and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and today is the 31st of January, Friday. Bright and early here in Canada. Well, not too early. It's 9 o'clock New York time. It's 7 o'clock over here in the mountains. Let's have a look at the markets as they sit right now. I'd like to see 9 get below here. Anyway, let's start over here. Let's recap the drama that has been our market for the last little bit. So we're expecting we've gone from discount to premium, through the premium, back to the order block, all the way back up to the next premium inside the next range. We ran through that thinking we were going to go higher, came back, even tapped our BISI here, inversion, then gap below it. All bets are off now that we're getting above it or get below it. You got to wait. So retracement was all the way back. Logical place for it to end would be here, but it drove all the way through it and still didn't extend the range, but the body stayed above. Tapped it one more time. Now we're back through premium array and into this larger range here now that we're in after extending here, back into this large one. So we have to keep this one in play, and we have to keep this one all the way down to here in play. So from there to there, let's draw it out, see how it's stuck. We're in the middle of that, right? We're just above the midpoint of it, or the consequent encroachment of that. So we still have to get above that, make our way through this premium on that side, see how they're overlap, and then start to drive up into this gap here. And that starts from this candle's high to this candle's close. That takes in. So you can see where we are right in a mess of overlapping PD rates. So if we get up on top of those, then we're looking for that last little pop into here, and then the run above the equal highs above us. So still an upside objective, but we still have to get through some rather large PDAs, as far as I'm concerned, or from what I see. Hourly. Got nothing significant on the hourly for a reversal. So we're still overlapping those two that we're looking at on the daily. Still no reversal. We'd have to get below this low here to break structure on the downside and start reaching back into this little breaker right here. So I'd like to see 930 just sweep this low and then start getting back into its run higher. See how we're starting that new week opening gap on the 27th. New day opening gap on the 22nd. And the new week opening gap on December. See how they're all kind of overlapping? So if we did dip down into here, run higher, I don't know. We'll see. We're looking for any reversal after 9 o'clock for a run higher, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So looking for a 9:10 turn. on a Tibbs. Here's your 8 into 9 reverse. This is the thing I wanted Chris. I don't know if Chris is listening, if he's on this early. But well, it's one of the things I wanted Chris to take note of. And that's every hour, Chris, I want you to look for at the 50 part of the hour, 10 minutes before the top of the hour, look for this reversal. So here's your 50. See, here's that reverse right here. And you take out a low, you look for this. If you can get back into that, great. If not, just observe it. And then don't forget we're going to go all the way around till 10 after the hour, right? So if you start to see a new high, look for this one. You trade below it right here. Now if you can get back into it and go lower, that's what we're looking for. Your stop loss would go above here. You leave that. It's a one-time trade. You just leave it. And you're aiming for this low. That's it. Or if you're doing box to box, you're just aiming for the bottom of this box here. And I would have been a little squeeze, and then it would have come down, it filled your order, and done that. And you'll learn how to keep yourself patient, and then do nothing. Sit on your hands. Sit on your hands till 750. So here's 750. You look for that reversal. You don't see it, so you do nothing. You sit on your hands and you wait. You wait. There's a small one in here, but don't worry about it. You want something just that BISI or SIBI. That's all we're looking for. You see nothing. We start getting over here till 10. So nothing. You don't do anything. So go to 850. Here's your 850. You go, oh, look, there's one right here. We've taken out a high. If we can get below that, I'd love to get in on that one or this one. It comes down, comes back up. Now you trade it to discount or the low. And now you've hit the low, you move, you take your trade, you move to the sidelines. Do nothing. You wait. And you haven't posted anything on your on Telegram, your homework. I haven't seen your homework, so that's all you're getting from me for today. So yeah, that's all I want you to do. And if you guys are just starting out in this and you're still studying ICT stuff and you want to get his principles, this is what he did with his son. Just keep studying the material. And that's all I want you to do. I don't even want you to trade that. You're just going to mark it on your chart, put a line on there, take note of the time it took to get there. And I want you to document and journal all of your emotions, feelings on the trade, how it felt, what you felt when it was turning against you, all that kind of stuff. And then how it felt when you finally got there. That's the psychology part I want you to work on. But the trade setup is every macro, you look for that setup. That's it. If you don't see it, you don't get anything. You could get 9, 10 trades in a day. But I just want you to do 3 or 4 of them. And that's a lot. Then do nothing. Move to the sidelines and wait till tomorrow. That's the lesson. If you want to do it, great. If you don't, to your own devices, be you. Well, that was quick. 21 people in here. That's good. Welcome, everybody. All right. Yes. We're back inside this. Again, still, I don't see anything significant here for a reversal, so I'd like to see more upside. 152. Don't know why I had 152 marked. Oh, that was a buy side liquidity over here. So now we're going to have to move that up to buy side liquidity here. Right now, 61.40, 61.46. So wait for your reversal on the lower time frame. 61.46 is your upside. And even if this one, if you were doing this in ES, Chris, there's your 850 right there. 850. Look for the reverse. You take out some highs here. You trade below it right here. You have a perfect entry right there for a short. And you're either aiming for box-to-box trading, which is the boxing thing that I show you, or you're just aiming for an old low. And you just put the trade on, put your stop loss there. Don't touch your stop loss and see if it pans out. If it comes back and gets you, make a note. But I want you to block all that stuff out. I want you to block out the specific level. Note the time. I want you to mark up your charts so it's nice and clear and you're not guessing. And then I want you to screen capture it and send it to me. That's it. And if you're new to our channel and you're trying to learn it, that's what I want you to do too. DM me in the channel and send me your homework and I'll help you get to the next level. Or you carry on doing your thing. That's all. That's what I'm offering. Yeah, so look for reversals. All of these old highs here. If we break through this line, look for a run back down into here. Like take this low out. I would expect to see a run back to 61.115 maybe. $45,019. So upside, next upside for me is 45,343. $45,283 to 45,334. Pre-market still coming down. Still looking for it to get back in here. Love to buy a nice discount back down in here. Got natural gas just blasted through that, hey? I'm looking for 280. Watch this mitigation again now. This would be a breaker here though. Right there. It's not mitigation anymore. That is a breaker. Gold we'll get to in a second. AGNC. Pre-market, look at that drop. Pre-market's back down here. 4.96. Oh no, it's right there. I thought pre-market was way down here. Those ones are interesting. Well, we hit right off that level. And we have retraced right back into the next box. Talk about perfect boxing, hey? Or from the lines, I should say. That's precision. You hit it, right back to the box, bang, nailed it. Well, that's like it just drew a perfect line between the two. That's sweet. Still have not got above this level yet. We wanted to see it the last few days. We want to see this get above here, and it hasn't done it. So if we see this roll over into here now, I'd like to see a downside of 1867 to 1846. So I'll put this in here. That would be the area I'd like to see. This one here will put you right in the consequent encroachment of this BISI. We retrace back into the consolidation, and then I want to see that come higher. The fib tool 50% puts us, I think we were talking about this yesterday, right into that, right where it's hitting now. Let's have a look. Let's not get lazy. Let's do it here. Oops. Wrong one. $50 or 62% just hit it right now. So we're just past the 50% mark. So 62 put us there. Nice reaction off of that. I'd like to see that start to move higher. Go down to the lower time frames and see if you got yourself a reversal. If that is what you are playing right now in live cattle. We are rocking it through here now. So my guess is we're looking for, we don't guess. My objective next is these equal lows, and we'll see if we return back down to this discount array here. Corns retraced back into our premium, and we have a small reversal here. We break market structure to the downside. I'd like to see this level hold price and continue coming lower. Then you're looking for prices to get back down below this level. So I'm not looking for corn to rocket through the roof anymore. We're seeing it settle down now. So we'll watch, keeping an eye on this level here and see if we get a structure break on the daily for continuation. Lean piggy is still looking for that mean threshold level. Oil. That'll bash you around in there a bit. You'd have to be a super sniper to play in that realm. This morning. That arena, as it were. Still looking for relative equal lows here. We have a BISI that we can take from here all the way up to there. They're fair value gaps. You have to include the imbalance and then the next piece of there. I would include all of this as the next downside objective for oil and see how you act inside there and below these lows. It would be nice to see a displacement candle end up in here and then come back and utilize this breaker to continue going lower. Looking at oil here, you can see how you have a reversal here at 836. 837, you look for the run back into that range, that reversal there, and the discount box. If you're boxing inside this range here, you want to see it break market structure here, or sorry, break the low of that SIBI. You see how it just sits on it? Freeze, freeze, freeze. And all of a sudden, boop, pops down below it, then gives it one little run up, and then extends the range. Then we see a new run back into premium again inside this large range. So he goes right up to premium and then comes all the way back down to this little imbalance here. Freezes right on it and then says, all right, now I'm inside this small range. So I go boop, up to that one, boop, down to that one again, start extending it. It says, now I want to extend the range. So as soon as it closes below that, you go, good, now it's going to extend the range. Bang, it does. Then runs all the way back up, extends the range, and runs all the way back into that premium array one more time. Comes back down, all in one candle. And it hits our initial presentation, fair value gap multiple times. Ding, 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 look at that. That was yesterday's first presentation at 9:32. That still plays a sensitive role. And then we want to see if, all right, we've got this low, we've got this nice, beautiful candle. Now, are we going to go higher? Nope. See that little fair value gap does not get broken. And we roll over and we keep coming lower. So always look at your whole range here. Look at the next extension, and then all the way down into your discount array down here at $72.40-ish. Okay, so this box finally, oh sorry, this gold finally hit the discount box I was looking for. Oh my God, look at that. So yesterday we were doing this, last night we're doing this trade, taking this gold all the way down and then expecting it to make the next run down. Then it started changing back against me. So I picked this little spot up here as the potential run down. You'll see it posted on the on my channel in the little videos tab. I posted that 7-minute one. I kind of broke this trade down from this reversal right here for a short. For a rundown, I was using the fib tool to scale out. As soon as it hits 50%, you take your half your trade off. And then I had a stop loss sitting above here, and then right here, because this is the, for me, it was the reverse. So if we started coming back and breaking this fair value gap or this imbalance, put my teeth in, this consolidation, then I wasn't interested in getting back, waiting for it to get back into here. And then it came back down. I thought, oh, you know, I'd like to see it. If it does get back up here, I would like to see that next price leg get down to this level, and it would hit us right in our discount, the discount box. It hit you right in the discount box. And then it reversed, and I think I took that trade there. Let me just see if that one executions panned out. Oh no, it came back and took my, I took it in here again as it started to get here. So it went from here to here. Oh, I must have drawn my, anyway, that's my, so I entered in again there and did not, I came back, I was fiddling around with my stop loss, obviously. And yeah, anyway, look at it. That's your price leg down. You couldn't ask for nicer than that. So Russell, it finally did hit our objective, but look at all that waffling it did. It took its time getting down to the discount box right there. That's boxing, my friends. That is boxing. So sometimes, especially in the Asian session, you might get a lot more of this slow draw. You won't see anything specific on a run. You might have to just waffle around it for quite some time. So that's what that ended up being. So the gold kind of panned out nicely. And I've joined this little Hispanic Bitcoin channel. They invited me to join their Bitcoin channel. So I just kind of post my thoughts on their Bitcoin. So we're looking for this to go lower, looking for it to get down to this discount block. So anyway, I posted all the time we stay below this candle on a close. And then we're heading to this discount box. So we're seeing this, and I want to see it start to roll over here now and start running below these lows, and obviously heading back to the discount array, or at least 50% of this range. Look at that, bang, right on 50%. And then we got a reaction off of it, and we're coming back down. So if this has had intentions of getting about, like going up, I wouldn't see these candles waffling around here. You'd see some intention to drive higher. So the premium array is up here, discount here, premium here. So where are we inside that range? 50% will put you right there and just above that. So that premium is just above the 50%, and this is below. So anyway, That's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. It's a little tight right now, but still, I'm more bearish right now. What we've done is just come back into this breaker. I'd like to see this continue running this low out here now. So I'm more discount minded for Bitcoin. I don't know why I call this. It's called Pato, and I keep calling it peyote. It's like peyote. You're going up and down. You're emotional. You're hallucinogenic. Anyway, it's not really going anywhere. This capital management. Did that run yesterday, right inside the premium box. Love it. And look at the pre-market. We're above. We are at right on the high there. So if today starts to retrace back into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into TGIF Friday, let's see if TGIF Friday you get the same kind of effect. So we're looking for this day to reverse and come back into here. We've hit a premium box. We filled it. So we'll see if today ends in that, using the TGIF Friday as a bellwether for, not really a bellwether, but anyway, we're looking for that in a stock to see if you get the similar kind of responses. Walt Disney, see how it hit the top? So this kind of thing you're looking for in here. This hit it, come all the way back down. We're through. We're right into that gap there, and we actually wicked through the mean threshold of this candle as well. So we'll see if we get another little pop down here. If we do, we get a structure break, then I'm looking for a run back. Here's your discount array from here. Let's just draw this out so you can see it. So Craig, if you're in here, there's 50%. You've just got into the discount, so you want to see that start to march back higher now. And you're into that discount array. There's boxing from there. And this is in the premium. So there's your premium and there's your discount. So you've gone all the way from your premium. You just wicked into the discount portion. Oh, sorry, this discount would be from here to here. There's 50%. You're just into that there. So you've gone premium, discount, premium, discount. So you want to go back to premium again. See how that's just working back and forth inside those boxes, like inside that range. Boom, 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 boom. So I want to see that keep going higher now for you, Craig. You don't want to see it break market structure and get down deeper into this discount box. Those trough traders are just loving this. Walgreens pre-market is $9.97. Ooh, ooh, look at that. It's suddenly going to gap down into the area we're looking for. So if you're buying Walgreens, you're about to get your butt handed to you this morning. So I think it was Chris was looking for this level as well. So I want to see how we act there, because I'd like to see it take out this low here and start hunting for a daily reversal. Wait for a daily reversal if you want to catch that for a long-term commitment to, because now you're getting into some good divvies down here. You're over 10% divvies now. You can get down in there if it stays the way it does, by the way. But the dividends are good. So it's good for if we catch a nice principal down in here and take the dividends as well. You got yourself a nice little stock there. But again, you got to wait for the reversal. I'm not telling you to buy Walgreens. I'm just telling you this looks interesting. But there you go. It's just open now. So look for a run below that low.
Order filled.
If you go back to your it's just a small run. You go back into your NASDAQ, there's a little reversal there. And you just box to box. Just did a quick box to box at NASDAQ right there. Box to box. And I'll get out and just sit in the sidelines and wait now. So we take these highs. And it doesn't matter if it takes off, then I'll just use the premium array, which is up here in the next part of the range. So watch right there. And then wait for, see if we get a nice little pump up here. Then I'd look for this to provide some support. So it's a quick little box to box run. Oof, that's a nice little pump. Now don't chase this. But if you're in it, which I'm sure Hadi's in it. Did you miss it, Hadi? Oh no. Anyway, let's go back over here. Keep your eye on that box I was telling you about. Look at old highs, arrays, and that box. Sorry, I'm a little slow this morning. I've been fumbling around with all this other stuff, so we're starting to get into February. ICAD, there's that reversal we were looking at yesterday. And we're looking for this reverse, take out this low. It did take out that low, so now you get a structure break. Now I'm expecting this ICAD here to start coming down a little lower. All right, so now you're inside that box. Did you catch it? I'm in it, and now I'm at break the minimum. I'm just over break even now in case that comes. There you go. Just came back and tapped me. See if that comes down lower. Okay. You want to see it. You usually tap that and leave dodge, and we're in 930, so just sit and wait now. Unless you're trailing your stop loss up and you're in profits from that reversal this morning. I just want to finish off these. So this British pound returning back into this level. I wanted to see this stay open. But look for this old high and this open. If you trade below that, then I've lost all my love for this to go higher for the short term. Same with this. I would want to see this, tap this and get out of dodge. The fact that we're rolling down again. Look for 56,195. I want to see that consequent encroachment hold price here now, start to see that accelerate through. kind of hard when the American dollar is taking another rally. Mean threshold, consequent encroachment of that wick. You see if you break through that for running an old high. That's putting pressure on these foreign currencies to go lower. So if that just hits it, wicks it, and starts to come back down again. See that change in direction? Ran back up inside it, pumped higher. Now we want to see if it gets through here. Premium box. I like seeing that now, this silver. We don't have a pre-market on that, so. There's the first presentation. Just like the Judas swing here. That's maybe all you get today. So let's just wait. So if you're not trading this, good. Did its little rally. It came back to that little box I'm just looking for over here. And then I wanted, so I got along there, and then I wanted to see it go higher, and it just went up to here, and I quickly brought it into break even because you don't know if there's a lot down here that still hasn't been clipped. So I want to see it with intention to go higher. It didn't. It came back, took me, it was a couple of bucks or something like that. Just paid for the trade, and then was like, no, it's not giving us the drive we want, because then you see this waffle around, and then boom, right back into that range. Here's your discount area here. So we've traded below that level right there. See how that you come back up and you just give it a little kiss. Looking at your discount, there's box to box trading. And I'm listening to your abs. I got you, buddy. That's the discount box there. So now I want to see a retracement in here. I don't want to see us get through 21,757. But think about it. 10 o'clock likes to do little runs on these lows. So if you see this 9, 10 turn, you can see a 9 turn and a 10 turn. So that's why you're not going to touch this for another 25 minutes. And let's just wait and see what the silver bullet sets us up. Let's go say hi to everybody. Who is in the house this morning? Holy, this current anomalous first through the door this morning. Good morning, Hadi, my man. Craig, good morning. I like your prior YouTube logo. Oh well. Can't please everybody, Craig. You don't like it, you don't like it. I love it. I think it's cute. And people might look at they won't take you seriously with a stupid carrot picture, man. I don't care. I don't care. You're not here for the carrot. Well, you are. You're here for the carrot. It's a figurative. It's a symbol. I like it. I'll change it up again next month. I'll just keep putting new carrot. I got so many carrot pictures now. I'm just going to keep adding them. So it's really going to irritate you, Craig. WBA play today announced the dividend drop. Yeah, that's probably because they weren't getting bought out. Good morning, family. Good morning, Paulette. How are you doing this morning, Paulette? Russell, good morning. Dave Barry, my boy. Dave Barry. Now, there's a guy who did lots of research. I want you guys to know he's like Hadi. Like, they just went to town on studying some basic concepts that they came up with. And Dave was just, he would see it and study it. And we'd be on weekends. We'd be doing Bitcoin together, practicing. And he dialed it in. Now he's got his own little things he's researching. So it's exciting to see you, Dave, with us. He's leading a very busy life right now. So welcome, Dave. Welcome. Got stopped out on that one. Still worked in the end, so that's good to see. Just bought some. WBA stopped paying its dividend. Oh, it stopped paying its dividend. Oof, that's not so good. So they have to get back a certain level. I know some ETFs, they stop paying when they get below a certain level. And then when they get above it, they start resuming their dividend payment again. So there's a nice little discount box. See that? Reverse all the way back down to the discount box. And now we've got some returning. Again, don't engage in this. Just wait and see what 10 o'clock brings you. Just kind of observe. And if you feel the need to get in this, check your emotions. Check that adrenaline fix desire. So unless you're saying, I'm looking for that specific level, if we retrace back into that, I'm taking her long again. I took it long here. As soon as I take out that high, I pay myself. If I get below this level here and come back into it, I'm aiming for there, I'm out. And I'll go long again there until I'm taken out. I'm okay with that. That's sound logic for me. If that's your plan, trading box to box trading, taking out old highs, extending ranges, if that's what you do, then you've just nailed 1, 2, 3 trades all in 1 hour. And time doesn't matter to you because you're just looking for a specific setup. That's more of a sniper, a really good sniper. You got to be cold. You're going to be icy. You got to be like frosty to catch that kind of quick stuff. 8s and 9s. I watch. It's no stress. That's the way to take it, my friend. Looks like up and down. The day speculative purely. Good morning. Good morning, John. My wife's birthday's today, so I'll be on here short. Hey, wish your wife happy birthday from all of us here, the community. I'm sure I speak for everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful celebration day of her miraculous arrival into this wonderful world. You got to go lose some money at the store. Yeah, that's a guaranteed exit of cash day for sure. Good morning, Darren and community. Good morning, Edgar. Championi, good morning. I like the carrot. Fiddlesticks, the carrot logo is awesome. I agree. Less is more in the end. Oh, it's a carrot. Got it. Oh, it's a carrot. You can't tell that's a carrot riding on a dollar bill. Morning, homeless. Hit the like button, subscribe, people. Thank you, Edgar. Check your pulse because it's probably high right now. She's an angel, so wasn't actually born. She arrived, was delivered by her peers. Oh, that is so sweet. You, that's some silver tongue stuff there, Derek. My wife says, I said the same. We kind of share similar thoughts there, Derek. But the other day, my wife said, "Look at that beautiful sunset." I'm like, "That's not so bad." I said, "What's inside here is way more beautiful than what's out there." She's like, "Oh, nice one." It was a beautiful sunset. Wear your glasses. Okay. So we're still waiting. 1:45. I haven't seen Chris. Anybody seen Chris yet? Has Chris done any homework? I haven't seen his homework yet. So when we get to 950, those of you who are relatively new to the concepts and you're still trying to get them down and you want to look for a specific kind of pattern, look for that 950. Or here's another one for you. There's two different types of things you can do. One is the setup that we're look for all the time at 950, 1050, 1150, 1250, every hour, look for the same thing. So as soon as you see this reversal happening, look for this. So 950, you say, has there been a reversal, either higher or lower? Is there a SIBI? If there is, as soon as we trade back into the SIBI, box it, mark it on your sheet, and just say, I would have entered in here. My stop loss would go here. My fail safe would go here. And my objective is the premium level here, or I'm aiming for the high, whatever your objective is. You put the line on there and you let it go, and then you count how many minutes it took to get there, and then ask yourself, what were you thinking when it got there? My guess is the first thing you're going to say to yourself is, oh, if I had money on that, I could have made X, Y, Z. And you start focusing on something that you shouldn't be focusing on. You should be focusing on the trade was successful. It took how many minutes to get there, and what kind of resistance did it run into? What kind of what time of day was it? Note the time of day, and over time you'll accumulate enough data that around 9 o'clock you'll start to see, hey, that 9-10 turn that Darren was talking about, it truly does happen. It happens very frequently with a high probability. And now if I start to zero in on this time, and then I look for minutes as well, well, holy smokes, I'm really starting to nail it now, right? Like you'll see time in a bottle here is this swing. You got this 20, 21 reversal. Then your 27 is the candle that trades back into the reversal that you were looking for the run higher. And there's your 32. That dot should be on top of that. So there's your 32 candle, reverse all the way down. Now you got the crazy Ivan going on here. There's 40, 42. This was crazy Ivan here. In 42, 45. And again, I'm going to wait till 10 o'clock, 15 minutes. This is all giving you this indication. Oh, it's going to go higher. It's going to go higher. I always look at that as a potential Judas swing. In that first half hour, direct people into wanting to go long now. This is really nice to see this run through this box here. Ran through it, came back inside it, ran through it again. And now you're looking for a mean threshold is taken. Now I'm looking for these highs to get taken, or rejection block next, then the old highs. So that reversal into there, you'd have to be like Iceman, Top Gun. That's Top Gun trading. Oh, I have to stand up. My back's starting to hurt. There's the rejection block. How's the weather up here? It's been pretty good. It was 0 degrees yesterday. I managed to get around, walk around the little pond we got by our house here. It's there's these little benches around there, and my goal is always to try and make it to the first bench and then make it back home, make it to the second bench, make it back home, and I finally made it all the way around yesterday. So the back is not 100% by any stretch, but and it was a hell of a workout. I tell you, I felt like an old man by the time I got home. I was like, oh, I just got to lie down. So you see how that rejection block, you don't get the high. That's why you always pay yourself at rejection blocks. So there you see a little change in direction. What happened there? I don't think I'm going to be on very long today. Change in direction, see that? Taking out these little highs, reverse. That's why you don't bank on this always going higher until wait till 10 o'clock. This could give you that whole Judas thing. So we could see come, I was telling you we like to see that 10 o'clock, take out these lows. If it takes out these lows, then look for a reversal to go higher. That'd be neat. Now we take all these people offside because there's the 9 o'clock candle. So 9, then 10. So 9, 10 turn. How many times have you seen this? 9 makes the turn, 10 makes the turn. So just say it's a possibility. It doesn't have to absolutely happen that way. So, and you've got your macro now, right? So now we're going into the 50. So like I told Chris, you look for one of these that takes out a high. You wait for it to trade below it. If it trades back into it, your first, second, third level entry, stop loss goes here, and you wait. Does it turn against you? And you just document it. So you box it all out, and you have this all boxed out, and you wait now to see if this discount box gets hit right here. So if we can pop into that, come back down to the discount, you'd say that's my trade, or I'm looking for a trade below these equal lows. So that one's returned back into it. So you'd put your box here, and this is just paper. In other words, you're not actually trading it, you're just papering it. So you're just putting it on the paper, and then you're putting your stop loss here, and you're just seeing if this trade would pan out using that macro, and you'll see why 9 or 10 could be the now we've traded back above it now, so now I would be out. Stop loss would, my fail safe would be out, my fail safe would be here. As soon as we closed above it, started running up, I'd be out of that. See, now that takes your stop loss. So you document that now. You say fail safe would work. I have my fail safe kick in, and then you have to develop rules around what if it closes right on there like that and then takes off, or closes on there and starts to run above that wick. You're out because it's running for your highs or for your stop loss. So your fail safe saved you a small portion. You write it down there and say, what did I feel? Blah, blah, blah. It took less than a minute to come back, 2 minutes to come back to my, once I noticed this change in direction, it took less than 2 minutes for me to decide I'm on the wrong side of this trade. Move to the sidelines. But don't worry about anything else. Note the feeling. Note what you thought there. If you went straight to negative thoughts, like, oh, that's stupid, that didn't work, that sucks, but that's all counterproductive. That's just feedback, man. You just paid for some new information to tell you you're still going higher. That's all you did. That's all it did, is just pay you some. Look at that nice little pop above body, come back, tap the high, continue higher, looking for that upside objective there. And if it runs away on us and doesn't get us in, then it runs away. And if you're in it and you decided to get in the 930, good for you. If you did that aiming for that old high there, you've just got paid. If you pulled your fib tool on this and you traded with the fib tool, entering in here, you hit 50% right there, you move to break even, you hit 62%. What are we on here? Oh, hit the wrong side. $50, comes back, hits 62 here. So you move to 50, runs to 60 or 70%, move to 62, runs up to 75%, move to 70, hits 79%, move to 75. So you portioned out there, and then it comes back all the way back down into here onto the order block. So you would have paid yourself inside that range there before it finally came back and took you out here. You got a nice long here, Hadi. Good for you, man. Did you catch this off the old high here? You're risk-free now. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Did you catch it right off the top of the high here? Is that what you got, Hadi? Weather up here is good. I've drawn a fair value gap 924. Seems strong. 924. 924. Seems strong. I don't know why you're drawing 924, but okay. Crude oil, we're always have a nice. Hans, I love Hans is always like, I love the regular trading hour gap. Watch for reverses. $8.74. Watch, look at that freezing right on it. In here, looks like it wants to come back down. I do think that this, I'm not giving up on the idea that this 10 o'clock could be a run. And we could start getting back into taking out these lows before pushing it higher. Just giving those people that Judas swing higher. Oh, we're on a run higher and then revert slam against you. 25% of that range. Just be careful here. Reverse, trade back into it. See how it closed on this one and went higher? It closed on this one and went lower. Sneaky. So you have to develop rules around your fail-safe and your premium array gets it. This is not uncommon to happen. Are you out now, Hadi? Yes, good man. We also have a nice very doji. Did you say doji? Just entered in the premium of data fair value and touched the 4-hour bearish order block. Yes, sir. Still imbalances on the 4-hour clearly above. Out. 947. I was waiting. 0 trades taken till I saw the doji at 948 candle, which shows weakness. So I was looking for a short. I didn't take the trade because I knew I should better journal it and document how. Okay, so dojis. That's a doji. And we still took the low of the doji. So I know doji is a retail mindset idea, but a formation of a candle, just remember this, a formation of a candle in and of itself doesn't mean crap. Don't rely on the shape of a candle at all. You just wait for, as soon as it's finished, you look at key levels on it. That's it. Whether it's a doji candle or whether it's a regular candle like that, it just becomes significant if it's part of a SIBI, or if it's not, it becomes part of a propulsion. Like, you got to look at, or vacuum blocks, you know, as Michael talks about in his month 4 content, I think it is. So just relying on a doji candle by itself is folly, I think. But I'm not going to tell you if that's what you want to think. Carry on, Chris. Carry on. You'll see many dojis fail. So we traded back through this level. Took out the high again. Same kind of thing here. Body takes the high. Tap it. Body takes the high. Taps it. Keep going. So this small range here. Now, if you're all sitting there going, Darren, you said it would come lower. I said I wanted to see it come down here. I'm not going to marry the idea. Lots of things have to happen now. So this was a reverse. A little change in direction, right to 50, 62%. That would have been 62%. I would imagine. Yep, perfectly hit 62%. And then reversed again. So you want to see it clear out that high. And you go, great, it does and takes out that high. Great, that's the next objective. Remember, when you have one candle that rips through 1, 2 PD arrays and then finishes off the third, and you go, okay, that's the one I aim for. I don't aim for way back down here. I aim for this one here. And then you look for this to see if that reverses. That reverse. You're right up at the top of that daily fair value gap now. And you're up in the 25% of the weekly. So we'll see if it hits off this weekly here or just keeps running for that. It is. Oh well. Didn't get on that one. Is this the only run for the day? Is this the only run for the rest of the week? Are you chasing to try and get back into the green for the week? Because all of that is the psychological rush. You're trying to enter into the weekend on a break even. You're trying to recoup losses, all that emotional stress, and you're seeing it leave and you're frustrated and you're all that stuff. You got to document all that and not even go anywhere near these buttons. That is not the mindset you got to be trading on. Wait for that clean setup. If it's not there, then just, if it leaves without you, it leaves without you. There's many days it will leave with you if you just have the patience to wait. Notepad. You do whatever you like, my friend. Notepad, paper. I agree with you, D. At some point, those lows may be the target, as I'm also looking for a reversal. Doesn't surprise me that we are at 70-75% of the gap of the daily. Darren, my upside target is 21,972. 21,972. What time frame are you on there, Hadi? So keep this in mind. When you break, look at this right here. This is a really good example of this. See how you've got this premium array hit here? And then you start to go back to a discount array. Where's my discount arrays inside here? It's right here. You see that one? Premium, discount. When you see the discount get taken on the downside and we want to see range extension, I want to see a body break below here, which it does, and I want to see it retest this level and then drop lower. Trades through it, comes back up, retests it, and then boom, drops down like with a vengeance. So that's a classic type of reversal I like to see, is this SIBI here get retapped, which is also the breaker that takes out this little high here, that runs up, takes that out. So all of those candles, all 4 of them are important. I like to just use the last one as the most sensitive candle and see how it has a fair value gap there. You don't want to see it trade back through that on a close. If it does, then I'm looking for a run back into this range, probably retap of this old low here first before it goes lower. If it doesn't, then that's an area I want to see it support it, and I want to go short there. So I'll put my stop loss above the breaker, and then my fail safe is right here. If it starts to run on a close above that, then I'm expecting this whole order block to get eaten into. And then if it trades below it one more time and comes back up and taps the low of that, then I'm in for a short. And then you see how you can catch that with a perfect entry here, and it runs and you wait for a reversal, and it goes all the way down here like 1,000 handles. Shit, that's 1,000 handles from there all the way down into here. But then you see this reverse and you go, ooh, as soon as it trades above that right there, comes back into, I'm out. That trade there, you're up 800 handles. 800 handles in a day, because you literally closed out at the reversal. And then you go, great, now if it trades back into this one more time, I am going to take that for a long. Or if I see this reverse, I go, now I've got to wait for it to get above this level for confirmation that we're actually going higher, because this one here wants to go lower, this one wants to go higher. So as soon as you see that, you go, yeah, it's easy for me to say, yeah, if it trades back in there, you want to go higher. But then you wait for confirmation above the premium portion of this little range. That's the discount. That's the premium. We know when the premium gets taken, we want to see the range extend. So look, when I take this and draw it out, you'll see why it's important. So you trade above it, you come back, tap, 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 range extension, boop. You just pop up above it here, and then you come all the way back down into that premium level. You don't want to see a body get through that. Otherwise, we're coming back down into that discount portion. It comes back, wicks into it one more time, and then finally goes higher. Takes out this immediate rebalance and this fair value gap. We want to see that get taken to the upside. It does. Comes back, finds support at it, and we continue back into the range. 50% of that range, 62%, so on and so forth. So this is all precise levels. If you watch them very carefully and you understand how the premium and discounts work in the small ranges that you're in, you'll get you'll get more precise with your entry. Or hopefully that'll help your model, if that makes any sense to you. And this is what we were talking about. That's why we called that level. When it came down there, we had that nailed on a reversal there. And you go back into the time frames at 9 o'clock. 9-10 turn, right in an optimum level that we were looking for it to provide us some support. It gave you the 9-10 turn, and on the 1 minute scale, you'll find a perfect reversal right there for a run higher inside that range. Like, man, when you see it, then you start to go into the lower time frames to look for your precise entry. There was one sitting right there at that level. I remember taking that one at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, and we talked about that while it was happening. So go back through the videos, you'll see that one. Go back to the 28th and review that day, and you'll see that whole discussion going on. So anyway, sorry, Hadi, see how when you're, sorry, that was a long drawn out explanation of a question I wanted to ask Hadi. Watch right here. See how we reverse back into that little box right there? Watch that retap of that box, because now you want to get through it like this one. If you want to get back up into that range, you got to get through that level. So we hit it, come back down. Lots of times you'll see it come back up, hit it, and then reverse off it again. And you go, oh, why does it keep banging off of this? What is in this level here that it keeps, I don't see anything in here. Then you drop back to this breaker that takes out this little high here. Some people might say a mitigation block, because that's not a significant enough high for me. So you might say that's just a mitigation, whatever. It's a significant level for me. And that little fair value gap is more important to me than what I call this. So anyway, it trades through it, back into it. So now that becomes a very important level. So you draw that from high to low like that. Draw it straight out. And then we give it a name. We'll call it, we shall call it breaker. And see if that holds price, or you pop through it, and then you want to see a run up into 2044. So as soon as you see that, then I say, I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for this breaker to hit again and people to go, I was going for the highs. And then all of a sudden it reverses on them. They go, oh, I have no idea why I did that. That's the breaker. That's a resistance. That's a level it's got to either slam through it and get through this with a sense of urgency, so a powerful acceleration, or if you see it kick off of here and start coming back down on a 9 turn, 10 turn, all the way back into 11, 12 o'clock, into this consolidation cam model entry. Have we got a cam model entry yet? Have we got a 9, 10 turn yet? So we got a 9 turn, a 10. Can it come back into here for 11, 12, and then make a small little reversal and start going higher? Let's wait and see. So you remember time in a bottle, you remember 9, 10 turns, you remember consolidation, cam model, and then you look for the lower time frames. Do we start getting reversal at that time of day, resistance? And if we don't, and that just an 11 candle starts to run through here, that's exciting, because now I'm looking for 11, 12 for a reverse. So 12 might bring you all the way back up into the premium box, way up here. That 965 to 2208. All of that now becomes eye candy for me. And Chris, I missed out on that whole run up today. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. There's many, many times, and it's Friday. If you go into a loss today and you carry that loss into the weekend, it's a shitty thing to carry with you. Because you have that need to fix it. I want to fix it, and you have to wait till Monday now. So you beat yourself up all weekend with that. Not worth it. So he ran all the way through it. Look at 50% of that range. That's another optimum trade entry reversal. Look at that. Not optimum trade entry, but it is 50% on the money. So here's another one of those. If I see 50%, here's another idea you can go with. 50% of the range. You have a little inversion. We trade above the inversion and back into the order block. And you go, if it just tapped that inversion, it would have been nice. And then I could have gone long again above that old high. And when it hit that old high, I'd move to break even and wait, just in case it reverses on a 9, 10 turn. So you got this one here, and you've kind of got this high taken and another one forming here. So you got overlapping ones. This one wants to go longer. This one wants to go shorter. So if this one gets taken and that structure break happens, you use this candle here, which is the breaker that breaks this high. That breaker now becomes important once we get below it and back into it for continuation down into a discount portion, which is this immediate rebalance here. If we can get through that order block, breaker again, takes out this little high, run below that, and then we're looking for this discount box down here for break box to box trading. They're watching you, Hadi. They're watching you, man. Are you in? Are you in? Your number of wins is going to accelerate. And people are going to start watching what you do. They want to get in on what you're getting in on. So watch that level there, close below. So just as we narrated that, or as just as I narrated that, I don't like the word I. I just seems so much more of a significance-based thing. We feels so much more of a contribution term. You notice how I say we a lot instead of I? We. I like to think this is a community-based thinking here. Weird. Anyway. I like your 1 hour upside target there, Hadi. Yeah, that's the other thing. NQ is suspect for TGIF with the length of that candle hourly. Old highs. So you are moving down with some pace now. Say nothing, see. Say nothing, see everything, and then what's the monkey doing? Covering his mouth, saying nothing again? Good for you. Just keep documenting it, Chris. I'm not getting emotional because I'm missing a trade. On a Friday, I'm not worried about it. If you're disciplined enough throughout the week, we caught some nice trades yet last night. So I've more than made up my money for the day. So it helps when you're going into the day with less pressure because of something you caught in Asia. But anyway, don't sweat it. There's plenty more trades coming our way. Next week is going to be NFP. Is it non-farm payroll next week? That would be the first Friday. Yeah, so you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's it. And then Thursday, Friday, you sit in your hands. So you're going to get a couple of days next week to make some trades. Chris, you don't make any trades next week. No trades. That's my advice. Set your alarm for the 50 hour and look for the 50, Chris. And then you got to post it. So I won't give you anything else till you post all that information. DM me on the Telegram channel and send me your homework if you're interested in learning. If you're not, then that's fine. I'll just leave it as you want to keep wrestling it yourself. I post, as you may have noticed, that the title on my videos is some playful banter with Chris. The title of the videos is holding Chris's feet to the coals. You're going to be my little celebrity project in our thing here if you actually follow the rules and you follow what we're trying to do to help you out. If you don't, then that's fine. So you see how we got lots of just back and forth action here. Look at that time in a bottle. See how that dot should be down here. This dot here should be on top. So you see how it's making highs and lows, highs and lows. That's that 9:10, the 10 o'clock now, 10 o'clock turn. I'm expecting to see this break to the downside, and you got the 16, 17, 18 candles. Which one of these do you play on? Do you go on the long? Do you go on the short? Right now it's playing more long than it is short, right? You see that? So that's the 10:08 candle. This is the 10:10. This is the 16, 17, 18 candles here now. 14. 18, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. So we'll watch for that 2021 next and see how that acts. I want to be Darren's pet project. You were. We did that together there, Dave. Remember? We spent the weekends, just you and me, working the system. We had one-on-one together. We just sat there on the weekends working Bitcoin, you remember? You don't need my help anymore. You're good. You know what you're doing. You're already doing your own research now, so you're like Hadi. I'm expecting Hadi to start his own channel soon. He's got it dialed. He knows what he's doing, and he's got the discipline. If you could bottle time in a bottle and Hadi in a bottle, that's what we have to call it, Hadi in a bottle. We get a little discipline in a bottle, chug that Hadi drink down, you're good. Carry on. You got all the elements you need to make your millions in the market. Make a presentation, Hadi, on Patience by Hadi. It's a new cologne. I like to wear Patience by Hadi. For every powerful trader in the market, you need Patience by Hadi. Get your own scent, Hadi. I don't go on a date until I have Patience by Hadi. My woman loves my patience. When I go out on a date, I take Patience by Hadi. I feel confident. I can win any argument. Oh, looky, 10 o'clock. What's going on? Bull flag running higher? Or do we have a little reversal? Free marketing for Hadi, yeah. If Hadi sells patience in a bottle, send me a dozen. Yes, indeed. Yeah, if you're interested, like I don't have a lot of one-on-one. I don't have anybody really in a one-on-one scenario. So if you're really truly interested in a little one-on-one help, DM me in the channel, and I'll give you some exercises to do, things to look for, and I'll help you out. And if we start getting a bunch of people, then I'll give you all an assignment. You can just hand it all in, and I don't mind doing a little bit of homework on the weekends myself, going over some of your charts, some of your practice, some of your thoughts, some of the psychology you're dealing with. I can help you with a lot of that stuff. Whether it's staring at my screen and doing hypnosis. I've done hypnosis over the phone with people before. Just hearing their breathing change, and keep telling them, keep the phone up against your ear while you're in a nice deep trance. Keep the phone against your ear so I can hear your breathing. It is not easy. And my wife will attest to that, because I hypnotized the guy on the way to the air. We were going to the airport, and I was in the car, and I hypnotized this guy in the car while I was driving. I know it sounds hard to believe, but you could hear him like in his breathing in the phone. And then my wife's just like, "How are you doing this?" I was like, "I've never done this before." We're giving it a go though. Um, I don't recommend you do hypnosis over the phone, especially if you're driving to somebody and not being hypnotized while you're driving. Definitely not. Yeah, I was just still waiting for that to happen. Jay, I'm doing fine. My back's a little sore. I'm going to stand up and do a little stretch here. And then the people wake up days later. Yeah, I forget to bring them out of trance, and I go on vacation. Oh yeah, did we so when you go, your wife's sitting there on the beach, and you go, "Oh, by the way, did we bring that guy out of trance before we came down here?" Oh man, I better call him when we get home. You get home and he's still drooling all over his arm. I've got one of these movable tables. My back gets better. I have to try and arrange, because this whole table goes up and down. But if I try to make it go up, I'll tear all my cables out of my computer. So I've got to try and find a way to get my computer to attach to this thing. All right, let's go through some other stuff while we're waiting for this to make up its mind, what it wants to do at 10 o'clock. This is pushing higher. Change it. We've taken this one out. Change a little tiny pop there. No, they're sit there even. Watch for this one here. Trade back into that little box. See that go higher. Again, my upside objective is this guy here. United States. Gas. Nice reaction. Look at that, right off the consequent encroachment. Snap off of that and start running higher. Take out these highs now. Coffee ran all the way back down to our discount portion right here. We have a nice reaction off of that. And I want to see it get above this candle's high on a close now. And now we'll start marching higher. Coffee. There's that area we said we wanted to see it stop on for live cattle, the 50% of that range. Now you want to see that start moving higher again. That's good. This is in the discount already. It's already wicked into the mean threshold of that. I still want to see these lows get taken now. Corn just came back into that premium array. And I want to see that continue pushing higher. We do have a reversal here though, so I don't want to see a body get below these two candles. Oil. Ooh, oil. There we go. Downside objective here. You got a nice little reversal here at 830. Traded back into it. Traded back into it. We talked about that. We did not get back above that level. We talked about that. We broke this level on a down close, came back up, retap, then extend the range. So you see how this is important levels. Look about those retaps, right? You trade through them, you come back in and you retap them. Level, you do not break it, so you want to see it get taken to the downside, come back, use it for support to go lower if the range hasn't already extended. So we trade below it here, you come back into it here, and then we extend the range. Boom, extend the range, come back up. Do we get body trading above this level? Nope, they stay nice and tight. So now you want to see it trade below it. It trades below it right here. Trades back up inside it. Opens, does a little bit of wick, comes all the way back down, creates our little initial presentation, comes into the consequent encroachment, and then continues going lower. Look at that reversal. 10 o'clock, 9. Chris, remember 850? Looking for the 850 reversal. There's your 850. If you catch it now, you've looked for this and you see if it traces back, and you would have got to stop. You would have got stopped out because that's your 850. So there's the stop out right there. So you journal at that. You don't actually take the trade. You just look for that 850 setup. Oh, actually, we're looking for that. Again, the principle is look for the return back into it. It ran the stop loss would be here. Your run would be here. That 9 o'clock just ran right through you. So then you say that trade is done. You wait for the 950 now. So you document all of that here and you see how it went lower. Don't beat yourself on the fact that, oh, it was right. It just took out. I should have put my stop loss higher. No, the rule is you put it above that level, right? Looking at this range, it actually went right into this premium one in here. But we're always looking for this, looking for the trade back into it. Stop loss goes here, stop loss taken, document that, screen capture it, note the time, note the date, type in psychology over here, what I thought when it happened, when it came back against me. Did I start judging this? Did I judge the trade? Did I judge the principles? Did I judge myself? Did I externally blame? What did I do? All that crap you got to get rid of. You just go, okay, 9 o'clock, it whipped through and took me out there. Or took out that trade. Didn't took me out. It took out the stop loss. Externalize it. Don't internalize it. Didn't take me out. It took the trade, the stop loss. Because if it becomes about me, if you personify your trade, it took me out. I say that. I just noticed that now. I say that a lot. It took me out here. No, it took the trade out. Externalize it. It becomes more neutralized emotional response. There's my journal entry for the day. Personifying my trade. Anyway, then you wait for the 950 candle to happen. So here's 9 o'clock. Here's the 950 right here, and you wait for the swing to happen, and you wait for a reversal. So there's the reversal, the most immediate one. It keeps going lower. 955. Then you see this one happening here, and you go, oh, I'm still before 1010. So there's 1003. If we can come back into that at 1010 and start going higher. So you're inside that. That's the reversal. Stop loss goes here. Your imaginary trade goes either there, the midpoint, the 3 different potential entries. Then you mark that as a long, and then you say, what's my objective? My objective is the small range, or it's 50%, it's fib tool, whatever. And you just draw your fib tool in this and just practice this, Chris, or anybody else. You think of the range and you go, if I'm getting in on a short, I'm getting in at a discount, so I'm happy with that. Next thing I want to do is I want to say, as soon as it hits 50%, I move my stop loss. So you just move your bars up and you just pretend like you're actually running this. It gets to 70%, just hit 75%. So you've scaled out your trade in here. Then all of a sudden it goes boom back, and you can start that trade. Technically, this is what I used to call buffering. You can start this whole trade over again and do your 50%, move to break even, 62%. Wait, 50s never gets retapped, hit 70, comes back and takes you out. So you doubled down on your trade. So you made it from here to here and there to there, and you're out. Your trade's over. Advanced guys thinking, you'll say, as soon as I get above this level here on a close and come back and retap that, I'm looking for a continuation of this range. So there's more advanced things you can do, but for basics, that's what I want you guys to do for who are just new to this whole concept. So anyway, oil, I'm expecting oil to come up. And if we can break through here, then we're looking for higher prices. Where are you looking? I'm looking for 72.57 to 72.56. See how you act in there? If you can use this as support now to start pushing higher, then you look for 72.72. What a nice little box-to-box trading. And then all the way back up into that premium box again. See that? So box to box, box to box. We ran through it. Now you want to extend the range. You want to go higher. The moment you break through it, you come back to it right here. This SIBI gets tapped there, and you extend the range there. You get a reversal again. It ran through the first one. It ran through the second one. Which one do we trade back into? The second one. And we extend down lower. So I'm expecting to see this come lower now. Bitcoin. It ran through that level. So now you look for this upside box. At all time I stay below this, we are heading into the discount box. If not, then look for the buy side. So we traded through it. Now I'm expecting to see the buy side get taken. This just feels like it wants to take these lows out here. The buy is coming. Sorry, I missed a lot of conversation. Thank you, Darren. Dave, feel free, the patience. Could you talk about weekly draw liquidity, trying to anticipate a weekly candle? I wonder how ICT does it confidently. I'll show you on a weekly. You got to remember, everything that we're doing here on a 1 minute chart is the same thing on a weekly chart. Nothing changes, man. There's nothing different. It's fractal. If the knowledge that you're learning is not applicable through every time frame, every asset class, it's just bullshit. That's my belief. That's how strong I feel about it. If you have a theory about trading on a candle and it's specific to one level only, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. If it's not a fractal thing that you can use on every time frame, every asset class, anything that produces candles because it's algorithmically driven, then you've just got an idea, not an actual tradable concept that will show you any level of consistency. So when you're picking a weekly chart, a monthly chart, so let's go to a weekly chart here just to see the same kind of thing. So I'm going to answer your question, JVK. Going higher, thanks, Adib. My desk is like that up and down. John Miller, are you here? Have you tried to stand? Have you tried to stand up? Oh yeah, I've tried it many times. I've just got all these screens around here now, and now that I think about it, I've got a post behind me here. I don't know if it's attached to my, I think it is. I was going to say, if I try to move my desk up, it'll rip the screens off the wall, but there, I think that's actually attached to my desk, so it'll go up with me. I just got to try and get my computer to come up with me, as the cables I have aren't long enough because they stretch around my screens here. So I'll do, when I can get underneath there, I can get on my hands and knees and crawl around again. I'll try and sort it out because I definitely need to be able to stand up more often. All right, so here's the weekly. I'll have to show you on a on NQ regular, just so you get the idea. So we go back more data that we can go on. See here, we got more data here. All right, so let's go all the way back here. Let's go back to this random day here. This is imagine this was that 1 minute chart we talked about. This is weekly, right? This is going through years already. Here's the week. Look at this reversal. See how the body trades above it, right? Or closes right on it here, and you go, I open here and I tap it. So if on this week you were saying, if we next week reclaim this level, I am looking for a long for the week. So it goes boop, reclaims that level, and you go, okay, here's where you guys should be worrying about is how do I get the precision on the reversal right there at that tiny wick bottom. You go down into the daily, because when we're looking for this, you'll hear me say many times, we've hit this level. We're looking for a reversal now on this lower time frame, looking for a reversal, looking for a reversal. We're always looking for reversals inside that time. So that week opens on a Monday or Sunday, and you go, now if it trades down to a Monday, Tuesday, we're always expecting a Tuesday low of the week, right? A Tuesday, Wednesday. So on Tuesday, you're expecting that low to form in here. So you go all the way back to your charts, and I want you to, whoever asked that, JVK, go back to, if you can, on your daily chart, back to April 13th of 2020, and look for this reversal setup on April 13th or the week of April 13th, 2020, and see if you can see a daily chart reversal in here. Because you know weekly, you've got a reversal happening on the weekly. So this, you don't know if it's going to go for the top, the middle, or the bottom. So if it goes to the middle, which was right there, the consequent encroachment, it hits the consequent encroachment quite nicely, and you look for a reversal. Does it come all the way down here? And no, it doesn't. But you see the reversal on the daily or 4 hour, you'll see it in here. Trust me, you'll see the reversal in there. And then you'll know that that week you're predicting a long, because where am I aiming for? Well, if you're really smart, you'll say, I'm aiming for my premium array, which is right here. If you're patient enough and you're trading on a weekly level, I am looking for upside. For the next few weeks, you say, I'm looking for the upside. And you catch this reversal here. And the first week, you start to run up and you go, now, my first objective would be this breaker that takes that candle higher, that last one right there. So you draw that out. Let me make this bigger because this is a little easier to see. So you take this guy here, I'll put it like this so it hits the impact cleanly for you. So you say, I'm looking for this first objective is here, this order block. So there's your first week entry. You enter in on this week, reversal here. Look for your daily chart to confirm that you want to go higher that week. And that's my upside objective. Bang, you hit it for the week. You go, woo, woo, woo. Now you say to yourself, we've got their change in direction and we've got this order block. If we can train back into this order block, I'd like to see that order block hold price for it to go higher. I don't want to see it revisit this now. It's done its job. I want to see it leave. So it opens, runs all the way back to here. And you go, great, I'm just waiting for here. And I'm looking for a reversal at that candle's high, its mean threshold. It dipped down a little lower. And you say, okay, is it going to rebalance this whole week? You see it just shy of it there. Just shy of rebalancing that whole week. Mean threshold. So you wait for this reversal to happen off this candle. It comes back higher. You're still aiming for this upside objective. If you just went, good, I'm long now. I'm going to leave this and I'm going to take my stop loss and I'm going to put it, the moment we break this candle here or hit that upside objective, my candle now moves to break even. Take some profit, and I'm just going to let that ride now till I hit my premium array. Box right here to box trading. There's discount. Let me show you. Discount. Below 50%. Boop. You just hit inside it. So that's a downside objective. You want to follow a rule. Derek likes to make sure he's in a discount portion, so he's below 50%. You're in there. There's an objective for you to reach for that week. If you get that, you say, I look for a reversal here on the 4 hour, 1 hour charts, or down all the way down to a 1 minute chart. London low, New York low. Look for London or New York low to make this low here on that day, JVK, and tell me if you get that, if that makes sense. And then you see the run up. You hit that. Your stop loss moves to break even, plus the cost of the trade. You've already paid yourself here. The next objective is the premium array. So box to box, you're finished right there. You're done. You're either at the bottom of it, top of it. You say, great. Now, if it closes above that, I'm looking for a range extension. It closed above that. Great. If we can come back and retap this open here, I'm going to go long there for the week. So when it comes back down, you say, great, I'm looking for any reversal here right now on the daily chart, hourly chart. I see it. I'm going to take that. My whole week, I'm going for this next high here. And you got 1 week, 2 weeks, you make it, and you finally take out the high, and you go, whoo, hoo, hoo. Now, if I can get a body close above that candle, then I'm going to use this candle for support, or these two candles, which is now a breaker for that whole range. So again, this same shit I've been showing you guys on a 1 minute chart. A body breaks above it. What do we expect? We expect a retrace back into this candle, and it wicks up. You go, oh, I'm wrong for the week. No, I still want to see it come back there. If it takes off on me, I'll wait. I'll wait for a cleaner setup. So you might wait a whole week and you go, oh, so wait a second. Monday gave us a false London high, and then Tuesday made the high of the week. Now I'm looking for a retracement back in here. Great, I've hit it. Now my stop loss is going to sit just below that low, one tick below the low, or maybe just below your inversion here again. And then you're looking for a continuation on the upside, and it does it. So you can see how on a 1 week chart, there's nothing that I'm showing you on any of my setups anyway, or any of the narrative that I come up with on a 15-second chart, what Hadi comes up with on his charts. He's looking for the exact same thing I've just told you right here. So when you want to predict a week, where you think a week's going to go, look at that. And then also take time in a bottle, and you'll see how time in a bottle sets up here exactly at 9:10 turn. That'll also give you a tool, because my time in a bottle is fractal. That's how I know it's algorithmic. Any candle that any hour, you can go to a 4-hour chart and still use my time in a bottle. So that's how I know it's fractal. That's how I know I've got something that is going to live. It's going to stand the test of time, as it were. Hopefully that helps you, JVK. But that's your homework. If you want more, I want you to do the research on that reversal right there, the week of the 13th. And you show me the setup there. On your charts, you show me that. If that's what you're looking for, on the same thing we look for on a daily chart, I want you to DM me with charts, screen captures of this very thing you'd be looking for the long on the week. And you'll start to figure out, that's how Michael calls longs for the week, with whatever extra tools he's got that he's not sharing with us. That's how I would call it. No different. No freaking difference at all. Anyway. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Now let's go back to our regularly scheduled program. Does that help? Did it help you, JVK? You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Remember, what we're showing you on here, staying in the time frame. When I talk about staying on the horse, I'm not kidding. This is staying on the horse on whatever time frame you like to trade on. If you're a month and you're doing a mega trade, for example, right? You do 2 trades a year. You're a company that holds something like, I own millions of dollars of 401k plans or something like that, and the school or the company is working for me, or told me or my company to come and hold your funds, and I'm going to invest them 2, 3, 4 times a year. Quarterly, I'll do investments. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You just follow the same principles, but you do it on a weekly and you execute on a daily. None of that 4-hour, 1-hour shit. You execute on a daily chart that exact same way, and you load it on and you let her buck. Now you'd be in charge of millions of dollars and do that. Ooh, Nelly. You're going to have some cojones to take all that people's money and do that. But you start getting really good at it, you'll start to see how you can literally trade that. What's that, Hadi? What's that, Chris? Yes, my friends, it is time for another squirt of Patience by Hadi. And we're taking our 1050 candle. We're looking for a 1050 macro now. So where it's 1050 macro time, so we start to look for this. And we say, do we break above this, come back, find support at this, and use these 2 candles to go higher? So here's your next macro about to begin. So Chris, this is the homework you do. See how we've got this consolidation, CAM model 2 entry here. Now you want this CAM model to continue. You want to see this breaker here. If you look at this as a swing, or just say mitigation block, whatever. I want to see this get taken to the upside and use the support with your wiggle room down here. So you put your stop down somewhere in here. So for you, Chris, you would look at that and you say, do we trade above this on a close? Do I have an entry? My stop loss would go here. My fail safe is right here. If you don't know what fail safe is, watch the video and you'll just do a search on my channel. You'll find there's lots of videos on fail safe. And then we got to get a body above here. So we haven't got a body above there yet. So let's wait for us to get a body above here. And then obviously you have to use this one as well to go higher. Stop loss will be sitting here and you wait. Don't move it. You just watch it now. Watch, watch, watch. Just sit in price action. Be okay about not making a trade today. It's Friday. It's Friday. No need to rush. And chase every inversion that you see. It really helped some key doubts I had. Okay, good. And again, once you practice this on this level, on a 1 minute chart, look at that as a 1 day chart, 1 month chart, 1 week chart. It doesn't matter. If this principle that you're learning here is fractal, it doesn't matter about the damn time frame. Stop worrying about time frames. You're learning something that is literally transferable across any asset. I'll come over here and do a freaking weekly chart on here for you. Watch. It's any asset. This is a freaking Pato Exploration. It's an exploration company in Canada. Okay? Look at this weekly chart. We have reversal right here. Trade back into it. Weekly chart. It trades back into it. This is no different than a 1 minute chart I just showed you. Trades back into it. We break that on the upside and we look for this order block, this premium array to find support. Look at that. Trades above it, comes back, finds support at the premium array. Now we want to see it break above this one. It breaks above it. Great. Now we want to look for the high. Do we get the high? Ooh, hell no, it's leaving. So if it leaves that high, takes out this one as well, then I'm looking for a return back into this one and this one. Look, right there. Back into it with precision. Look at that. You can't ask for a better freaking trade than that. And then off to the races it goes again. And you're predicting this from the week. And you're going, if it comes back into this box, I'm looking for my opportunity here on the daily. We're going long, baby. I'm holding this sucker because we have not broken that low. I want to see this. You'll hear me say, I want to see this candle stay open. I do not want to see it close because I want to see this provide support. And you start to see it go, oh, if I see a reversal there on the daily of the 4 hour, I'm going to take that. I'm going to go long. I'm going to put my stop loss just below that level there. And off I go. And then you literally catch the next week. It's just this giant rocket. As soon as it takes out high, you pay yourself at those highs and move your stop loss up accordingly. Pull your fib tool from top to bottom. If you're doing this on a weekly chart now and you're pulling your fib tool like this, remember what we did on the 1 minute chart? You got your entry right in here. You're still in the discount. You hit 50%, move your stop loss to break even. Move your millions of dollars worth of funded people that are following you, your 401k plan, you move it into profit. You take some profits out of your 401k, it gets to 62%. You take some money out of there, move your stop loss to 50%. You're all max. You're in big money now. Then it moves to 70%, move to 62. You made some money. Then it moves all the way up to 75%. You move right up to 70 and it goes boop and finally comes back and takes you out. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of massive profit from $2 to $6. You're up 200 and some odd percent. And now you didn't do anything else for the rest of the week. You went and sat down, or the rest of the year, and you went and sat on your butt in Mexico somewhere. And then people say to you at the end of the year, say, hey, how much money have you made us? And you go, I don't know, 200%. They'd be like, what? How'd you do that? I don't know. I just sat on my ass for the rest of the year. I'm making it up. I'm making some stories, but you'll see how that principle inside a freaking, in other words, does the principle work in all assets? If it doesn't, it ain't a new theory, man. If somebody comes out, you see some new mentor out there in the markets going, I've got this new system. Yeah, does it work on every time frame, every asset class? No, then you haven't got a new system. You haven't got a new system. And look, you made all that 200%, 300% return on your money just to hear. What would happen if it broke that market structure again to the upside and came back into the order block and went higher? Holy diddle. That would be like amazing. It does. Pull the fib tool from here to here, see a nice retracement. And then somebody says to you at the end of the year, how are we doing on our stock? You say, well, we got in at a really pretty good level down here, like almost precise at $3, and it's now worth 11, 12, whatever. You break this structure here to the downside, come back into it, going higher. Say, I've got some good high hopes for next year, right? Oh, I've got another objective for next year, right here. Oh, we hit that? Okay, yeah, now we're $14. Oh, when did we buy that last year? Oh, yeah, down here. Because we recognized the turn. And that was on a weekly chart. Yeah, anyway, I'm babbling. Let's get back to this. So you see how your stop loss would be sitting here. There's your 10.50. We're looking at this guy. We want to see it break to the upside. It does. Comes back, finds support, takes the high. So, Chris, you'd be having that documented in your chart. You did not take the trade, because it's not just the fact that you're recognizing the setup. You're looking for how is Chris acting on this damn trade? How is he thinking? What's the thoughts going through his head? Is he going, oh man, I should be in this. Look at how much money I could have made. Darren didn't know, but I hit the buy button. I just tested it. He won't know. Bullshit. I bet you hit the button. I bet you were like, oh my God, look, he was right. It worked. It worked. I could do this. I've got it now. I don't need him. I've got this figured. It's going to happen. I got this whole 1059, 58. I can make this millions of dollars now. Ooh, I could buy my Ferrari. All that shit that goes rushing through your head. Stop it. Stop it. So now, you let it buck. Now, because it's making a newer high, you want to ask yourself, Chris, how do I manage this on the upside? How do I manage this on the upside? Well, you could do, so now that you broke that, you could take from here to here and do a little fib projection. So look, watch for 2.5 and 4. So different ways you can do it. And fib projections are more advanced stuff. That's more finesse stuff. That's more of a personal preference stuff. So let's forget that. Forget the projection. You're not ready for projections yet. Just let it go until you see the next reversal. Until you see the next reversal. So just let it buck now. So you've taken out that high, you'd move to break even. You wouldn't want to see it get below here. I wouldn't want to see it retap this. Or you'd be one tick below that breaker or a mitigation block, whatever you want. This is where you want to see a piece of this stay open and go higher. You don't want to see it refill. Now, what are you saying to yourself now, Chris? Are you saying, oh man, it's reversing, it's reversing? That's chasing candles. That ain't reversing yet. There's a potential reversal setup. We're coming back to this order block. I want to see that kick off of there and go. If it doesn't, it starts digging into this candle and this little imbalance you see down here. Is this the wiggle room? See how we've closed below it now? Come back, find support. Now I'd be out. So that long there, I'd be out. That's just my rule. And you've got to reverse a change in direction. A full reversal wouldn't be, a swing reversal wouldn't be till you took out the swing. So trade back up into here, wiggle room there, stop loss there. Not that you're actually going to take this trade now because you took this one. Move to the sidelines. That trade's done for the hour. You sit on the sidelines and wait now. Document this, talk about how you felt. If this takes off here now, write it down. Write it down. And for the rest of you, mean threshold, order block finds support. You want to see that continue pushing higher. $21,983 is my next upside. When I think of fail-safe, I think of it as a safe house. It is. It's a house you can retract back into or retrace back into and say, if it comes back in here and raids my safe house, I'm out. I'm out the back door. I'm done because they found me. And there's that point when you start to recognize the point at which it fails. If we trade below there, it fails. The wicks are all the ones that, when that was a full down candle and you were like, no, it's going for the lows. Wait. Remember when I did all this stuff, when I went over here and I said, make your decision now. At the end of the candle, make your decision now. Make your decision now. Don't make your decision while the candle is forming. Wait for the candle to finish, then make your decision. The candle is finished. It's traded below it. If your rule is if it trades below it, I'm out. Unless you have an objective that you want to see it reach back for. Because right now it hasn't touched that. It reaches back, hits this, continues higher. But for you, Chris, I just want you to study this. We got to try and break. You've got a lot of retail thinking in there that does not support any of the stuff we teach here. Dojis and all that kind of crap. There's a doji for you. There's a nice little doji for you. So for continuation to the upside, so far our breaker or order block or mitigation block, because it did not take out an old low. Unless you look at this one, then it's a breaker. $52 comments already. What's that Hadi doing? That, well, that's Russell in his, no, Hadi in his profession. That hourly box. Hadi's carving up the charts there. You go, Hadi, man. You keep going, buddy. D, taking more drugs today? I haven't. I've got some pills upstairs. I haven't taken any. As soon as I get this thing done today, I'm going for trying to get out there and have another walk. Loosen up my back. I didn't. Okay, good for you, Chris. Did you actually screen capture it? Did you block it out? Did you put all your little things in there that you were supposed to do? Or did you get lazy and cut corners? Say, I didn't want to put the stop loss in there. You've got to be disciplined to do every little tiny thing like that over and over and repetitive over and over again. If you did not put the stop loss out there, like I told you, you go to the text box, write stop loss, put your lines in there, your boxes in there, and start marking up your charts, screen capture it and send it to me. You're cutting corners. You're just getting, it's a lazy approach. You've got to stick to discipline. That is no different than Hadi coming in and saying, if it hits 50%, I'm out. I just want to hit 50. And I don't care what it does after that. I'll wait for my next setup. 50%, I'm out. And I wait for that perfect little entry, bing, and I'll hit it. You go, I'm in. I'm out, right at 50%. That's Patience by Hadi. right? I don't know why I'm putting out my coffee cup, but that's patience. And that is discipline. You must have discipline. And if you can't follow the simple rules I'm telling you to set up, not that I'm not saying that you're not doing it, but if you're not, that's why you're not disciplined enough to just draw it all out, type it out, type out the psychology and tell me how you should be like in there just typing up exactly what you're feeling. Like, yeah, I'm going to do exactly what he's telling me here because what I'm feeling is important. I'm basing my trades on feelings and stuff, and I got to document that, and I got to go back tomorrow and I got to reread that, and I got to look for that same setup and anticipate what I'm going to think and what I'm going to feel tomorrow when that same kind of setup happens. I see it and I'm going to go, that's what I anticipate. And he started talking about this breaker over here. That's kind of interesting. I just want, right now, I'm just practicing that 1050, 950, 850, 750 thing he was telling me about. That's all I'm looking for. And as soon as I see a reversal, I'm out. It doesn't matter that it continued going higher. I'll worry about this other stuff later. And if you're trying to push yourself into studying breakers and reversals and continuations, you're missing the point of the exercise. You're rushing ahead. Don't rush ahead. I learned a lot in here. I use the knowledge on tickers which I want to trade. I just trade small mess. What's that? Well, micro. Yes, micro NQ every now and then. One day I will start. I'll be as smart as the traders in here. Craig, you are way smarter. You're killing Disney, man. This is why our damn park prices are so high, because you just keep taking all the money out of the market. You're smart. You know what you're doing. You got a master's degree, man. Let's go to our target up there. I'm seeing the inversion gap on 4 hours as my next step. 21,635. 21,630 or 963. 963. 21,963. Yeah, I'm looking for this candle right here, which is 21,982. So it's just up here. Reverse. Trade back into it. Mean threshold. Close below that. So discount array again down here. Premium. Box to box. Take out that low. Look for the box. We're already through the mean threshold already. So if we pop back up into this and then continue back down, look at this inversion here and see if that holds price. See how it's sitting right on it? Keep these things in mind. So you should document your charts and say, this candle here is important. Its mean threshold has been traded through all in one candle. It's high, it's mean threshold. So your ass is next. Watch. So your ass, you already took it out there. One candle rips through 3 PD arrays in one time. Your ass is sitting here. It's next on the chopping block. It just took you out there. So little tiny range extension from inside here. This order block, that one, premium array, or your BISI reversal. Mean threshold is the only candle I got left other than this one. I have no SIBI down here yet. My SIBI is here inside the larger range. So I want to see this tap the SIBI from box to box trading. I'm sorry, that was a 1 hour inversion on Tuesday, box to box. Is Chris going through Canadian Mountie trading cap? Yes, I feel myself getting aggressive because I feel like you gotta listen, kid. If you're not listening, we're wasting our time with you. Because we're going to be, and I think it's just because I hear myself in him so much. I hear that I just want to get it done now. That whole paramedic thing. I see what's going on. I don't need to run through the entire algorithm. I see it. He's having a heart attack. He's having a jammer. I don't have to ask him the 100 questions you need to ask to confirm, and the ECG and the 12 lead and all that shit. That's all confirmation stuff. I bet you it's a jammer. I know he's having a jammer. And you start moving. You start, I gotta do this. I gotta get on this real quick. This guy's heart's dying. Not that you skip all that stuff, you still do it, but you go, yeah, I knew it. I knew it was a jammer. Good thing the IV's up and running and I'm drawing up my drugs, getting ready to go. I look over, yep, I got it. You having such chest pain? Feels like an elephant standing on your chest? Yep. So watch this level here, draw it out on your charts. Keep drawing out these levels and say, why are they important? Do we get through them now? Find support and look for these guys here to leverage that, get through the mean threshold and start pushing higher. And we're in a number 2, a 2 turn. Now we're looking at the 7 and looking at a 9-10 turn here. Now we're getting into the squabblers. 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you want to see a 12 either continue on the way down into a 16, 17 turn down here, or you want to see a 16, 17 reversal back into here, or 19, 20, 21 back for getting back in here. So think about times. So anticipate the times now. Watch where this candle closes. If this turns into a 9, 10, and 10 does not make the turn, which it hasn't now because we got new 11. So 10 finished that run. So 11, 12, come on down. Now 12, you want to see 12 make this low and come into here. And then you want to see 16, 17 go higher. So you see 14 and then 16, 17 go higher. By the way, a daughter getting married eats up all of your time and brain power. I totally get that. We still love you, Dave. Thanks for sticking around, buddy. Thanks for popping in. You are much appreciated. Oh man, I must have hit the. I was wondering where all that typing was because I was mashing the keys there earlier. In case anybody wanted to know, I totally feel your pain, buddy. So thank you for turning up. Here's to you. Here's to your daughter. Congratulations. Please look at UAL. It looks like it's reversing now on the daily. I'm still long for around 38 bucks. UAL. I'll get digital holdings out of the way. Let's go UAL. UAL. United Airlines. Dun, dun, dun. Holy, yes. Yes, indeed. That's the hourly. Let's look at the daily. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? Look at this. See this all here? These busy type of ideas. This gap on the buy side. Then you trade below it. You come back up inside it. We have no body getting above this yet. So now I'm looking for immediate rebalance. I'm stuck inside here. This cluster is overlapping for me. So I'm looking for, you do not, and you added it, well, how much? 35 bucks? 38? I'm still in long from 38 bucks? Lord. Didn't we do this one last week? Didn't we say you were smashing it? $38 you were down here? Oh man, look at that. Killing it. Crushing it. Equal lows below you. I'm in here and in here. I would not want to see it get below that level on a close. See how we've gone up, come back into this breaker here that takes these little lows out here. So this breaker is all the way up to that point. Oh, it actually intersects with it. So that immediate rebalance, you treat it like a fair value gap, and it actually lines up with the top of this old high here. And then you want to see that hold. So that this is now, we've got one that wants to go lower and we've got one that wants to go higher. So we're tracing back into here. So I don't want to see it break this. Otherwise, we're looking for a sweep of these equal lows below you and then a return back into this level right here. And that is $99. That's like $7 or $8 below you. So that could be just coming down into this range. Pull your fib tool from here. And I don't want to be responsible for your trade. But these are the things I would start breaking up and looking for on my charts. So I'll be looking for this kind of thing. So 50% of this range is just returned back into the discount portion, back to a support level. And then you see it accelerate, which is good. So now you want to see it pop above here. It does, comes back. You want to see it find support inside here and start pushing higher. But it's got to get above this 25% range here. If it gets above that on a close, then I'd say, yeah, we still got more upside. Right now, it feels more bullish to me in here still. All the time you're staying inside that box, I'd be bullish on that still, Russell. And if it trades below that box, look for the equal lows, and then it's up to you to decide whether or not you want it to come all the way back down into this level and give up some of your profits inside here. Because if it swings below that, then you're getting into the $80 range again. Right? Then your line in the sand is there. And if you lose that, then you're looking for this smart money reversal, low risk sell. Then you want to see this distribution below this level, accumulation back into CAM model, and then second level distribution, hammer all the way down to $0. No, I'm just kidding. But that's kind of, does that narrative look like it suits or supports your idea? And if any of you disagree with that, please let me know. I'm open for new ideas, but I'm looking at these levels on the buy side. So that's my BISI, as it were, because you'd have to take all of those into consideration. So you've got to get above those, find support at them to continue higher. And this immediate rebalance that you see here is just coming back down to tap this, because now we've traded above it. You want to see it come all the way back down, ideally right there, to go higher. Ideally, right here would be perfect, and stop and just take off. There's a little imbalance right there. Come back, retap it right at 106.32. What's the low of today? 106.37. So if it comes down 5 more cents and taps this close, 106.34. So it's actually 3 cents to tap that high and then go higher. What's the consequent encroachment of that as well? Let's do it. Let's have a look. You're getting like ultra analysis now, Chris, or Russell. Right there. Mark these levels: 106.03, 105.06, and see how you get in there. I'll leave that on there because I'll be interested. Bring my attention back. I'll leave this on here, and we'll come back and look at it for you. But right now, if you're killing it at $38, I hope you've got your stop loss protected. So in this asset, do you have a fail safe here? Do you have a sudden whip down crash? Something happens, the airline, no offense, no pun intended, crashes. Do you have a fail safe in there, or do you just letting it buck? Because you could, if that has a major problem with that airline and it suddenly just drops 10% of its stock, that's a significant drop. Anyway, I don't want to influence your decision. That's just my basic analysis, and take that with a grain of salt from an old busted up fireman. for what that's worth. Vertex just got approved in the States for a new opioid painkiller. I'm not even interested in opiates. I'm not interested in that kind. I've managed with my tramadol, Tramaset. It's a lower grade analgesic, but higher than ibuprofen and Tylenol. I've got oxys here. I got OxyContin, but I refuse to take it. I'm not going to say how much I've got, but I don't take it because I know it's got suicidal tendencies and it fucks with my head. So there's your discount box to box trading. So those of you asking, hey, what kind of video when does Darren show you videos on boxing? And you hear Hadi say, just go to any one of his videos. He'll show you. There's your box to box right there. You trade below it. You come back inside it. Burp, 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 and then we aim for box. You just hit it. And if you really want like to like, this is the advanced portion of box to box trading. Look for like array. So in other words, the consequent encroachment to consequent encroachment. That's more the advanced side of things. So when you see this hit this, start looking for, if this array hits this and the bodies respect it, if I can aim for that same objective on the opposite side, I'm going to take that out. Pay yourself obviously at the beginning, but if you can milk that last little juice out of there, you see a box to box and you got some more precision there. Russell, did I just see you write some nasty shit about yourself right there? Did you just give yourself a value judgment on a missed trade? Oh man, I put you over my knee, young man. That shit you do not want to say to yourself, oh, it was dumb move. That is not the kind of shit you want to say. Fear of missing out. Yep. Go back and read my psychology section on fear of missing out. Get on top of that, man, because that is, I want you guys to think positive in your head. It is so important what you say to yourself. Wherever your thoughts go, energy flows in that direction. And if you think negative shit, you're just going to keep getting more. You focus on that, that's exactly what you'll get more of. Guaranteed. And you've all been around people that do it. They're just those negative Nellies. And they see the whole world as this giant snow globe that keeps getting shook up. And other people look at it and go, look at all the beautiful snowflakes, man. Look at how beautiful, look at all the opportunities. Some people look at chaos and say, man, there's so many opportunities in chaos. So range extension, you want to see this get taken on the downside and start running these lows. It's 11 o'clock, folks. Remember 11 o'clock? What do we expect at 11 o'clock? Type it out there. Tell me what you expect at 11 o'clock. Busy, can't you see? You just hypnotized me. Busy. Yeah, I kept going into the higher. I keep my holding. I do not with this one. I've been holding it since May 2020. Wow, good for you. So just looking for exit plan at this point. No, not missed a trade that I should have taken. Should have, could have, would have. Are you basing that should have taken it on where it's at now when you didn't know where it was going? That's why you didn't take it in the first place. You weren't 100% sure. Remember 16, 17, 18, all the way to 21? There's your 21 candle right there. Right into Bissy or Sibby. Sibby. Can't you see? You're going to remember that song now. Sometimes your candles just hypnotize me. Sibby, sibby, sibby. Can't you see? Hadi is short. He's like, I'm short. So you want to see it get through this level here for you short people? You want to see it pop through here now? And you want to see it accelerate through here with some intensity now. Let's go. Let's go. Don't just freeze up on here. Let's see you go, man. Where's your downside? Where's your next one? Tell me where your next one is. If this continues going lower, where's my next discount array? Quickly type it in there before it gets there. It wasn't a bad decision. The fear of missing out is an important psychological element you need to identify, journal, and recognize where that point was where you made the decision to go down the fear pathway versus the commit to it pathway. That's the point where you're going to get change in your life. When you get, and I'm doing this because my psychologist was telling me this the other day. She goes, you were at that point where you could go this way or that way. So I'm just mirroring her body language. It's true. You're at that center point. Now you make the decision, fear model or commit model. Nobody's giving me the next one. Short again. Partial, 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 box, box. Lovely. Sit still here. You're still in. I like this little probe. It gives you an idea of what it's reaching for. And it's reaching for right here. This little guy right there. See them? That's the next one. Hit it. Now you're getting a reaction off of it. You see that? Now, where's the next one? Nobody's actually given me these as printouts, so I guess you just want me to give you the answers. Next one. What's the next one after that? It's right here. You thought I was going to say here. It's your rejection block. Once you get through this, mean threshold, rejection block. Then once you take that, look for a retap of this one. Remember we talked about this before. If you get a pop through it, come back inside it, look for a continuation on the downside. So you see, Chris, if you're still in here, that exercise I gave you at the 9 or the 1050, and now it ran up above that high, you'd pay yourself a portion there, move to break even. And then when you see this reversal, you're out. And that's just your basic rule. Okay, that's it. You're done. Because this setup, this reversal right there, it changed up, advanced. You were looking for this to continue higher. But for you, Chris, you want to see just this. I'm out. Get disciplined to stay out and watch. These are the candles I want you to document. That's the brain. That's the part I want you to that's the psychology candles. What were you thinking when it went higher? Were you beating yourself up? Because right now you're not. Now you think, oh, good. I'm glad I made my money there now because it's down below me here and it's through my initial entry. So if you were beating yourself up in those three candles and you were saying, I should have stayed in it longer, or I knew it was going to go longer, that's not what I want you to, that's not part of the exercise. Those three candles are what I'm interested in, how you think. And that's what I'm interested in you documenting. Because here's the reversal again. See, trades through it, hit it, lower, hit it again multiple times, and finally took out those discount arrays that we were looking for. So what we're looking for here now is pop through, pop back up, take out our I don't want the range to extend just yet. I want to see it just pop down here, close, come back, use this for support, and then go lower. That's what you want to see. Do you get that? No, so it's just an observation. You're starting to get a following now, Hadi. That's good. Don't argue over who's better. Just keep focusing on doing the work, you guys. Hadi's getting this dialed. But you notice how he's got a setup now. You think about all the setups that Michael has taught out there, all the different types of entries and all the cam models and all that other stuff that we've been going over in 2022 and all this other model. Hadi's got his model and he's dialing it and he's making it work and he's using the patience. And he is showing you how a model as simple as this inversion reversal model, internal range liquidity model is paying him, and he is putting dollar bills in the bank every day, adding. And he's like that cheese. He's nibbling at the cheese. He's not trying to make off with the whole block. He's just nibbling away at it. And over time, he'll have a huge, huge belly of cheese because he's just disciplined enough to nibble away at the market and not hit these big grand slams that people want to hit, the big mother load, right? You do these small ones. When he gets on a higher time frame and starts doing an hourly run, now he's really starting to hit some big trades. Right now he's enjoying the rush of these quick little in and out trades. And then he'll slowly start migrating to bigger stuff until he's trading entire 401k plans, the Hadi 401k plan, and he's trading billions of dollars. That's Hadi in the future. You're going to see a stock up here one day, a ticker that says HAD. It'll be HAD, and like that stock would be like parabolic. What is the secret, man? Why does that company just keep nailing it? Because Hadi is the director. And he has his own personal paramedic. He's a busted up old retired paramedic, but I'm there. He's hired me to come take care of him. One query, D. How can we judge when it goes to the box or goes further to take out the liquidity? Again, I will show you this again. If the premium and discount, these are box to box, right? But they're also the key that tells you whether or not the range will extend or the range, in a large percent, greater than 80% of the time, the range will either extend. So when do we know if the range is going to extend? That's a good question. So you saw it coming back up and said, how do you know it wasn't going to take the high out, Darren? We don't. You don't. Here's the reverse here, or change in direction. We've taken out that low here, and now we've got this run back in here. So let's say you went long on this. Where am I going long to? In that range, I'm looking for the premium. So I trade, I get in on my trade long here, and I go do. It hits it, I pay myself, move to break even. It hits it, good. I keep paying myself, and now I'm looking for that to run up higher. And my stop loss is coming up behind it because I'm inside a small range. I'm greater than 50%. You've got to look at that as a range, not as oh, I'm in this range, and it flipped up on me. It worked the discount on the premium portion of that box to that box. So box to box. And then you notice that it did not close above there. These premium ranges like this, if we trade below it, which is what we're waiting for, and then a trade back into it, then that is our range extension. And if it's attached to this candle, then you have to wait for the whole thing to go. And then you come back to the top and the bottom of that for a range extension. So you look for the premium and discount ranges or boxes, and you look to see them break them, return to them for range extension and higher prices. Range extension and lower prices. So watch to see where this closes now. See, we still haven't closed below it, and we still haven't extended the range. But what do we hit? Our next objective, a rejection block. The other bodies are sitting on it. You got to pay yourself at rejection blocks. Now, if it runs back through this level, we've taken out a low. We've got a reverse, takes this order block. That's the breaker that takes out that low. So if we trade back through it, find support at it, we're back inside this range with a premium array sitting up here and here. But see, there's a lot of things that have to happen first for that to happen, right? But if we want to see this range extend, I want to see that close below here. Does that answer your question, JVK? Right now I'm 100 there. Soon I'll be 1,000 there. Thank you, Darren. You opened my eyes. You can lead the horse to water, Hadi. You just been drinking at the well, my friend. Good for you. I should start taking more of these trades in front of you guys, but I don't want this to turn into, I say, a signal service. That's all it is a signal service, really. I just want to show you how to stay on the horse. And I know people are just going to copy trades and they're not going to really focus on trading. So it's the reason I do the trades down here, and I don't often do trades in front of you. I know someone like Tanya trades. She does them in front of you. That's why she's got thousands and thousands of people. But a lot of people are copying her. They're looking for a handout, and they're not actually learning, like study what she's doing and then just take off. I expect Hadi to leave me one day and just go start his own channel and kill it and just teach the same thing, which would be awesome. Awesome. But all the time he's here, I love having him. I love it. It's like him and Dave. Dave really got it dialed in as well. They're like my star guys. Watch here now. Is the red now freeze up? Come on, I got 30 seconds to go. Nice displacement. Shoot down, but don't take out that low just yet. Watch this level. It's an observation time. I must be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Ooh, interesting choice of words. See, now we've closed below it. Now let's see how we act when we come back and tap it. Range extension. I didn't quite tap it. Fear not, for it may come back yet. We don't make decisions on moving candles. We wait for the candle to finish, make your decision. It's like this. It's right here right now, and you're going, I'm going to wait. I'm going to make my decision on that when it finishes. Still looking for it to tap in here. I love this. Russell, like, Hadi has taken Russell under his wing here, and you know, they're both smart people. They're picking up stuff. I love it. I love the way you guys are helping each other out, man. That's what the community is about. You guys hook up with Hadi, chat with him, man. Find out what his strategy, his brain strategy is for making or keeping that discipline. I tell you, it's that's what it's about, man. Coming together, helping people move forward. I love it. I love it, you guys. Tapping old order block now. We've body is traded below it. This order block comes into play, and so does that inversion. So the order block's been hit perfectly off that line, right on a 40 candle. So a 42 would be nice to pop into here and then see a reversal. If 40 hits it, that's fine too. 40, 42, 45, and then just watch to see the 45, 50, 52 take out these lows. But that anywhere inside here to here. I want to see it tap that one more time though. And you're looking for extra juice out of the orange if you go here. So where's your fail-safe? We have not taken out a low, but we've taken out all this stuff, all these little swing points down here. We got up a little higher into this mean threshold of that candle. Look at it, right on the money. Mean threshold. It plays a role, man. Look at that, right in there. There's a 40, 42 now. 42, 45, extend the range. Let's get going. Don't even worry about that now. That would be one of those ones that you go, it still might get back in there. It's hit this order block. I'm happy with that. A nice reaction off of that would be delicious. There's your next downside objective. That guy there, once again, hit. And look what's coming up here, Chris. Look what's coming up. Remember 11 o'clock? Remember we said what happens at 11 o'clock? Nobody's told me yet what happens at 11 o'clock. Or have I missed it? What happens at 11? The 1106 closed once above the box. 1106 closed once above the box. This one here. Yeah, don't forget, I told you though, when you have the reversal and the box that makes the reversal is the high, you have to use the wiggle room as your mean threshold. So you'd have to see the mean threshold get closed above as well. That's a little bit more advanced stuff, but it's something you should definitely keep in mind. So there's the extension. Done. Okay, nobody's giving me the 11 o'clock thing. The 11 o'clock, at 11, you can always expect some sort of retracement. Michael talks about 11:30 to 1:30. You see a measure of retracement back on the day against the people who have been going long. So 11 o'clock, there's your reversal. So you're looking for continuation. You found all the support levels. You broke this on the downside. You came back in like we were looking for here. You see it right here. See that? Trades through it and comes right back into it, right on that 19 candle. 18, 19 hits it, continues going lower, takes out the discount array. Look for it again here. Do we trade below it and then use it for support? We trade below it, use it for support to go lower. We trade below it. Do we use it for support? Didn't quite. It just took the order block. Had intentions of going lower. Use the order block to go lower. Break this one out. Trade below it. Come back inside, just slightly above it now. We've run out these lows, and we're coming into the 949, 950. So here's your 45. Ends that run. So now 50, 52. This is 44 right now. I got 45. We can still keep coming lower. So where's your next downside objective? See this one here? See the bodies are freezing up on it right there. Wicks do a little bit of damage. Get through the mean threshold there. Look for this guy now. Oops. Rejection block. Now, do you think this has anything to do with buyers and sellers? Let's check that out. Do you think it has to do with volume? Do you think this has anything to do with meetings in a boardroom out of 100 different companies, moving the markets, buyers rushing into the market? Do you think this has anything to do with volume? You can't get this level of precision with belief that buyers and sellers are moving this market to this kind of level of precision. You have to hold on to if you want to hold on to that idea, you're holding on to rocks in a backpack. And as soon as you can let go of that, faster you'll move. I know it's terrible. It's hard thinking. Those retail people out there. Oh, I'm getting some stabbers in my back now. I got 15 more minutes and then I'm done. Retrace the swing after 10 a.m. Yes, based on 15 seconds. London, close, reversal, retrace. So we're back into this consolidation. And what do you want to see at consolidations? You want to see an acceleration through a consolidation. You want to see it get through there with intention, get on the other side of it, use it for support, and start getting lower. So you want to see a quick acceleration through consolidations and see how we're just kind of banging around inside it now. And you're hitting that, you're coming up for that 1150 and you're already in lunch hour. So that's a great statement, Lucas. Belief is a powerful tool, my friend. I know there's greatness destined ahead, Russell. You just got to take it. I like it. I love the way you guys motivate each other, help each other out. Man, that just warms my heart. Draw it out. When you see it, draw it out. See how it tapped it? Right there. That had nothing to do with buyers and sellers. That's the algorithm. You didn't say, oh, like $8.99, that was it. We've got enough buyers now. Enough sellers. Thank you very much for your money. We're all leaving. The bus is leaving town. Look for your 50% of the range. Look for the premium portion. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Back to the order block here. Right there, right on the money. Bing, hit it. 908. Come on, run through the mean threshold. 909. Come on, pop through now. Now you've got more than 50% of that range. Pay yourself, fib tool from here to here. Quick run up there. If you're one of those people that just love trading like constantly inside this internal range liquidity, anytime you see a new range, you trade internal range liquidity. Just practice it. Don't even take the trade, but just say, I'm going to take imaginary trade there. I'm going to pull my fib tool on the range. And I'm going to, as soon as it gets to 50%, sorry, right here. There's my entry below 50%. Take my thing. As soon as it hits 50, I move to break even right away. So my trade's protected. And I take a small portion of my trade off. Hit 62%. I move to 50% and I take a piece of my trade off. It hits 70. I move to take a portion off. moved to 62%. I'm out right there. Done. Small little run, and you made 8.99 to 9.12. So that's 13 handles. Remember, Michael talks about a 10 handle run. There's you go. And then it turns against you. And you paid yourself all the way up to the option trade entry reversal, and it continues back through now. Inside a range. You see how that fib tool works, even if you're on the wrong side of this and it continues going lower? You get to, this is rebuffering now. You can take the same trade all over again, start all over again, doing the same thing. So you enter in long here. Your stop loss would be sitting just below that level because you don't want to see that get taken out. If it comes back and takes you out, the profits you made here have covered your loss, whatever small loss that is there. Frozen right on it. As soon as it hits 50%, move to break even. Take a portion of your trade off right there. There's the premium inside this range. Right at 50%. See that small little range from there to there? 50%. Oh, bingo, pay yourself 70%. Smaller run here. You see what I mean by just even this internal range liquidity? Look at that, right? That money done. You're out. Again, so you buffered on the way up, buffered on the way up. So you took two trades inside this area, inside that range, inside this range. It's getting smaller and smaller till it either breaks through that high or breaks through this low here and then starts running for extending of the range. Does that make sense to you guys? Not that you're going to trade that way, but I just want you to study it like that. See, if you're on the wrong side, you still came back into that premium and hit that box right there. 100%. It's a perfect exit. GEV is a ticker I short wild market makers. Algo charts. Thoughts? GEV. So we're bouncing off this one down here still. Bodies, make the decision on the body, not the wick. Wait for it to close. See if you can get above here. Look for a continuation to go higher. You've just had a bit of a wick damage down there. Anyway, let's look at, what is it, GEV you were saying? GEV, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of Barclays. GEV. Look at all that liquidity sitting down here. Well, where are you, Craig? I have no idea, man. You're in the no man's zone. You're at 50% of that range higher. You got liquidity above you and you got liquidity below you. I got nothing for you, man. On a daily chart, I don't want to start getting into hours and stuff, but right now you're in the middle, so I got nothing for you. Broke above it, and you broke above this one here. So now you want to see this candle and this fair value gap provide support to come up higher. So watch. Draw it out on your chart. There's your discount array. You want to see this hold and that candle. So ideally you want to see this top hold right there and start going higher. There's a small, tiny little imbalance right here. It could reach into that, which is also this premium array inside this little range. So I want to see that hold there and go, 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 go. So it just came back and tapped the close. You can accelerate through here now. 50% of the wick. Now you don't want to come back down. If you do, right there is your and this is a 55 candle. So 55, settle low, and then 5058 or 580002 for above you. Yeah, you don't get all the way back down to a discount ray already. It ran all the way through that one. Big wick down into here. Now pull back. Wait for the decision on the candle's finish. Talk about buffering. In for a long, and just let that sucker ride. Now see how it literally closed on that low? Not a good sign. I don't like that sign. So not that you're taking a trade, but you're looking at that and you go, no, I'm out now. There's a slight close below that level. There's a little imbalance there. So watch this level, trade below it for an extension. First is right on that. If that reverses and goes back above this level, then you're looking for a range extension again. That's an immediate rebalance, so you have to treat that like a fair value gap. You'll see when they start overlapping like this, welcome to lunch hour. This is practice time, man. Watch, use your time in a bottle and practice looking. You're going to see things get tighter and tighter. They start to overlap. Then you've really got to understand which one you're looking for to provide support on, and which range are we trading inside. And you'll have so many small ranges to look at. You'll be looking at one candle to the next candle, and then they'll start to overlap each other, and you're looking for a mean threshold to mean threshold, and then you're literally watching those two bounce back and forth. That's how good you got to get to the point where you're watching just one candle and one candle overlapping each other, and which one provides support, which one drops the range, and which is the next one below that, which is this one here. It's mean threshold, holding price, holding price, holding price. So now you want to see if this mean threshold holds price. And then you're battling back between that guy and that guy. Thanks, NGV. My sights are on the bottom ledge you found. On the bottom ledge down here. Oh yeah. If you can get down into that discount array, that'd be great. I just don't see anything in here that supports a the fact that we've traded through this already. This would have been a beautiful cam model opportunity right here. This is a cam model 1 entry right here. Now we have a displacement candle. We have a gap above. Any retracement back into the old high is a cam model 1 entry. So there's a cam model 1. And that was from 344 to 4. That's $100. That's a 30% run on your money. Right there over the matter of a week or two. Made 30% off of a cam model 1 setup. Now you have to, if you're a cam model person, if that's your thing, instead of I'm an internal range liquidity hunter, and I look for range extension, and then I run from that, and then I use an external range liquidity hunt model after we break the internal range. So you know how to trade internal range now. This is an external range. So when you see consolidation, if you're just a consolidation or a cam model trader, you study them, and that's your thing. That's your mojo. There's the cam model people right there catching that run. And as soon as this reversal happens, look at the gap though. It literally rips all the way back into a cam 2, opens right into cam 2, and the moment it closes below it, you're out of your trade. Then it turns around and reverses on you again. So if you're not following your trade up on the potential reversal and you fail safe, here's one of those situations you say, well, my fail safe is going to sit right here. So I'm going to have my stop, even if you had your stop loss sitting below this order block here and it gap down here, this is what you're paying, not that. You don't get taken out there. You get taken out down here where you first print price. So you would have lost $400, at least almost $100 right to here. That's what it would have opened, and you would have gone like, oh shit, I lost all my profits. You actually lost money. If you weren't trailing your stop on that, you would have lost money. Unless your stop loss is sitting down here still. And it would have come down, give you a squeeze, but now you're back in profits again. Again, you have to have your own rules around your CAM model and how you approach CAM 2 and CAM 1, i.e. the high or the body, the wick or the body. See how these levels all start to get really sensitive now? And you can see why you bounce off of them. Internal range between this candle here now and this candle. See that? Mean threshold. See how it's going to hold price? Comes back down to mean threshold. Like to like array, bounce back and forth. Wick, 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 wick. So you want this mean threshold to give way and start running for the next objective above you. And you want to see this mean threshold give way to run for the next objective below you and this guy down here. So see how the mean threshold right there, bang, body holds it. Bit of wick damage there. And you're on a double 2, you're 0002 right now. So 2 can make a swing all the way down into a 3 4 4 or 3 5 2 4 split, and then it's 7, and then you go into the squabblers 9 10 blah blah blah. So you can see how these 9 10 11 12 and then small little candles to 14 and then 16 17 18 19 20 21 still wobbling here 30 32 before you finally start to get some movement. So you can see how if we're in a consolidation, that's how you can keep getting those highs and lows candles. So that's your 2 candle right here. So it made that little dot should be sitting above you here too. So 2 makes a high, 2 makes a low. Oh, it doesn't make the low, it just sits down there. So make the high. So now you want to see 3 4 5, make a low, low, high, low, and then 7, and then 9 10 squabblers. Oh, I think that's going to be it for me, you guys. I might try and get back in this afternoon, but I got to get up and move around now, so that'll be it for me for the Friday, I think. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to our channel, by all means, subscribe. We're happy to have you. We're happy to help out in any way we can. Join our Telegram channel in the link above. And you can catch all the masters in there. The D, Dave, Russell. You can catch all those guys. Derek, Abs. All the boys are in there. Simu. They're all those guys that are just in there working it. And they're happy to help out. Any one of them is happy to help you out any way they can. Lucas is in there. He's dialing in this stuff as well. So you got people that are willing to help you out. And they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. So treat them with respect. If you don't agree with what they're saying, be kind. You know, back to the things. Be nice to people. That's what our community is based on. You're welcome to join us. Hit the like, subscribe button. I do appreciate the likes. If you like what we've been doing today, then by all means, let me know. I see 1 like and my little button there. I haven't refreshed the screen, but anyway, I got 22 people in here. I'm splitting. Here's that 4 5. Look for a 5 7. And then we want to see it take this out and start coming lower, digging back down deeper into the hourly chart. And I will see you guys. And don't forget your daily chart for your TGIF Friday. We could still make another run on these highs here this afternoon. But if this settles into a TGIF Friday and that was the high of that order block there, then then you're done. So now we've traded below that level and this order block. Now you look for this order block to give you a continuation. There's that next downside objective, rejection block. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you very much for tuning in. Love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. If I don't see you on the Telegram channel this afternoon, I'm looking for 1:30, 2 o'clock, looking for a little turn point there. See if we can catch a reverse back into a TGIF Friday run. So I will see you guys live and in action on there if you're there. Thanks, buddy. See you in the chat this week. Have a great weekend. Hey, can you take one question? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, off grid. Go quick. What's your question? What's your question? See how we come back? Found support just shy of that level. You trade through it. Come back into it. Start pushing lower. Look for this breaker here. What's your question, off grid? No question yet? I'll give you a couple minutes to ask you a question. Equilibrium is just below those lows. Okay. Thanks, Derek. Good point. Just below these lows. So you've got just below those lows, what kind of we got a BISI sitting right here. There's a tiny one right here. I do like this breaker though. If that holds, if you say that's 50% of the range, Derek, are you pulling the whole range from 9:30 this morning? That puts you right back into the breaker at 50% at 857. Brings you into this. So a nice little dip down below the break, dip below the 50% before going higher would be right in here, filling that fair value gap, BISI here, right? And right on the 50% is that if I stretch this out, you'll see it sitting right there. You see it right there? You got to stretch them out sometimes. If it just dips down below there, just captures that little piece. Just keep that in mind when you're looking at it. And don't forget these little fellas down here. They're BISIs though. It's the SIBI you're looking for. And it's right below 50%. Off grid, as you said, aim for 50% after MSS. What's the percent of trade that don't go to 50%, but make a higher high when took short to lower range, and then took longer? Okay, so usually what you'll see is once you break market structure to the downside and you go into the next larger range, you look for the next objective like order blocks, mean thresholds, highs, lows of specific low swinging candles, and then the lows, the rejection blocks. So don't always look for just the 50% of the larger range. See now how, notice that we haven't hit the 50% yet. If we go for the whole range, there's still this range right here. So you don't want to overshoot your range. You say, this is the range I'm aiming for, and I'm way past the optimum trade entry reversal. I've already taken it out. So I go, where's my next one? It's right here. Where's my next one after I take out that level? It's here, it's here, it's the next one down, it's down here. So you start to see a pattern unfolding. There's 62%, there's 70%. So you have to keep looking at each one of these. And if they're so close to one another that all you keep doing is saying, well, I'm over 50%, I'm over 50%, then you come all the way down to the larger range and you say, well, Where's my 50% of my range? Oops, where's that? What's that doing way up there? Sorry, so we go here. We've already ran the low out there. You go to this one here, 70%. You've already hit that and you're retracing off of it already. So here's the reversal. So if you're looking at 50%, which range are you pulling it from? That's the important question you have to ask yourself off grid. Because if Derek's pulled it from the main range from the beginning of the day, and that's his whole day range, that's fine. If you're pulling that for the whole range, he's looking for a retracement to 50%. Now, in order for him to get that, he needs to have this level, hold price, and now extend down below this level, come back up, use this candle for support, and continue aiming for 50%. Because he's on a bigger rate. He's neglected to say, I'm not neglected, but he said, I'm negating all this, and I'm just saying, I want the range from 930 open. That's all I'm trading, and that's a good logical place to pull from. So he's looking for this. So in order to get that 50%, he needs to have continual proof that it's going to reach that point. You can't just say it's going to hit 50% for sure and neglect all of this stuff that said, nope, I'm just sweeping these lows and I'm ripping higher again. So there's no guarantees you're going to get here. There isn't. You just constantly look for proof for that objective. If your fail safe, right? My fail safe would be like sitting here. If I break this, I've already taken this one on a close. I come back, found support at it, came up to that one. Now I'm inside this range. I've hit the premium portion. There's nothing up here that would hold price for me other than this one here. If we start getting back above this level again, now I'm thinking this objective is no longer in play for me. I'm out of the trade. I wait, and you wait for the candle to finish closing. So that's your fail safe there, or your stop loss. Fail safe's here. I don't want to see it close above that. And you're right back up inside this premium array right here. See that? You're still back up into that premium array inside this larger range. You hit the premium. Now you want to get through the discount again, find support, and you're back on track for your 858. I know it's not the kind of answer you wanted, because you can't always say 50% for sure. Pull the range. We know that 11 o'clock, usually 50 to 62% retracement occurs on the day from 11 o'clock. So if you know that that is a typical, not always, typical place to look for a retracement, you look for your reversal and you catch your reversal and you're looking for 50 to 62% retracement. You're not just going to leave it there unless you take your trade and then move your stop loss as soon as it takes out that low to break even and then let her buck. If it comes back and takes you out, then you didn't take any losses on it. You're just looking for your 50 to 62%. And you weather all this. It might trace back up into here, then reverse and come back down and finally hit 50%. If you're trading on a minute by minute basis on how to stay in on the horse, the 50% seems elusive when you start to trade below this low, see a reverse, take it back inside this range, closes above it, comes back, taps it, and now runs this high. So I want to see this go higher now. I'm not even looking down here anymore. I'm looking at this range. So now I'm back inside that one. If I get back below this level, then I'm back into looking for down here again. Welcome to a lunch hour consolidation. So watch this high get taken because we're coming back off support here. So right now people will be saying, well, you were wrong saying 50%. So I was wrong when I saw it right here. And you got to be smart enough to say, I'm out. If I'm in a short there, I'm out right there on a reversal. I don't want to risk that. Or you might say, no, I'm willing to weather this. If I lose that on the upside, now I'm out because I know we're coming back into a longer a longer run. And I don't want to eat up any more of my profits. That's all I'm willing to sacrifice here. Does that make sense, off grid? You're absolutely right. You can set this up from 9:30 and let her buck all day till 2 o'clock. Right? There's your 9:30. You get in on it and you let her buck now for the rest of the day. Just pull as soon as you start breaking that high again. This is that one that everybody was like fear of missing out. How many people had a fear of missing out there? Came back, got you anyway, took you. That's the kid who's crying at the bus stop, and then it comes back and says, okay, let's get the kid. Let's take him on. I missed one kid. Let's go back and get him, and then go on a run. As soon as you break that high, move your stop loss into some profit, let it buck right above that point, and just let her run for 2 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Look for 12 o'clock reversal. Here you're into your 12 o'clock reversal. So there's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, you see a retracement, 12 o'clock reversal. We've got that panning out right here, right now at 12 o'clock. And now if that continues going all the way up to 1400 hours, that would reach for our upside objectives that we have on the higher time frames. Oops. And if that doesn't, if we rip through here again, look for lower prices, look for that 50, 62% again. So low 950, because these models are easy. Just whip off the shop. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. See you later, Derek. See you, Derek. Aim for 50% and out. The first range. And you got to remember, a lot of people will skip ranges. I've seen this way too many times. People start overextending their ranges and not looking at the little tiny range that they're in, and ask yourself, do you want to trade that? If you want to engage in small little tight consolidations like this, you're crazy as far as I'm concerned. That's a bit nuts, because you're going to get beat up. This can reverse on you so fast, and you go, oh, what's it doing? It's retracing all the way back down into a discount array again. Ran all the way back down into it, hit it. Now you want to see it get above this one, because you're inside this range now. You want to see it get above here, find support above that one again, and then continue making it higher. So anyway, you get my point. If you have any other questions, by all means, ask me in the Telegram channel. I'm happy to answer those. I got to get up, go for a walk. So love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. I really do. And I'm just here to help as much as we can. So I wish you all the best, and much love to you guys. Sending you love right there. Have a great one.